искусством рабства усиление, то о России Маркс, что Карл. Чем дальше, хуже поколения. А ныне дух почти пропал. То показали в Украине. За деньги подлые бойцы. От одобримса в жилах стынет кровь. Апокалипсиса гонцы. Не в Библии, а на экране. То пропаганда дурачью. И мир безумный скоро канет в ад новый, годный сволочью. Сознание. Философское размышление. Очистить сознание – это священный акт, ритуал освящения духа за пределами плоти и костей. Сущность духа вечна, не связана формой, и только отвергнув мирские иллюзии можно преодолеть падение в тени тления. Наш мир кишит не людьми, а бездушными паразитами, которые плетут свою ложь через бесконечную паутину СМИ, связывая умы, как добычу, в невидимые ловушки. Но дух, который действительно постигает свою собственную природу, находится вне досягаемости этих тюрем, ибо цепи существуют только там, где разум соглашается. Старое стадо, тупое и разбитое, питается разложением и невежеством, ходячая смерть, прежде чем тело сдастся, зомби пустоты, рабы похоти и низменных желаний, слуги рушащейся империи Содома, сумасшедший дом, горящий изнутри. Этот мир – печь безумия, утопленный в рвоте лжи и обмана. Пропаганда деградирует, но болезнь остается, лабиринт забвения духа, где многие теряют свой путь, ужаленные шепотом яда, оторванные от света. Медленный марш этих ползучих слизней, всемирная машина смерти, расплавляющая разум и дух в бездушных трутнях, которые в недалеком будущем будут помечены, чипированы и связаны с темными серверами. Их голоса раздаются в унисон в нечестивой хвале разрушению. Но даже среди этого сокрушительного отчаяния смерть благороднее рабства и призыв к храбрым остается, встретиться с бушующей тьмой с несломленным духом, чтобы подняться из теней и вернуть свет. Ибо сознание – не просто мысли или плоть, но вечное пламя, маяк, чтобы ориентироваться в бездне, ключ, чтобы открыть тюрьму лжи, и двери к свободе за пределами пустоты. Сознание – путь за гранью. Сознание – это не просто свет в разуме, а тонкий мост меж вечностью и мгновением. Здесь иллюзии распадаются как тени, и дух взирает за пределы забвения. Погрузись внутрь, туда, где нет границ, где время растворяется, будто дым. Там скрыты нити тонких смыслов, что связывает я с высшим миром. Путь узок, вырезан сквозь тени, где иллюзия сгущается и под ее едким туманом разум гаснет. Но духовный взор, однажды открытый, видит нити меж миров, тонкие, невидимые, связывающие я. Войти внутрь, значит вступить в великую неизвестность, где растворяется время, где пространство растет как фрактал. Здесь ложные идолы рушатся, наука, искусство, слова скинут маски, и цепи, выкованные сомнением ума, рвутся. Тираны сознания носят короны тщеславия, питаются страхом, оцепенением, нескончаемой болтовней. Но сущность, нетронутая ядом, сокрыта в тихом пламени под бурей, в ядре, что помнит свет за пределами тьмы. Это не битва плоти, а схватка эха, война вечного с эфемерным. Душа, окутанная смертной оболочкой, выбирает: покориться тяжести теней или в огне восстать, сорвать покровы и встретить зарю истины. В бездне ждет семя, искра бунта, пылающая и свободная, что разрывает клетку лжи, что вдыхает жизнь в иссохший дух. И те, кто идут внутренним путем, хотя и единицы и часто презираемы, являются алхимиками судьбы, превращая отчаяние в свет, тьму в сияющий пульс бытия. Они знают: сознание – мост между пустотой и бесконечностью, между тишиной смерти и песнью творения, священное пламя, вечно горящие, ведущие душу сквозь лабиринт сущего. Так смело в путь, странник невидимых сфер, ночь глубока, но рассвет неизбежен. Пусть рухнет ложь, пусть исчезнут обманы, твой дух, чистый и несгибаемый, есть конечная истина, что не поглотит тьма. Манифест восстания. Ты не скотина, ты, бунтарь, душа, не хомяк в клетке. Сожги тело, возьми свободу. Рвем цепи, рвем ложь. Власть врет, мы жжем. Коровы, в стойло, мы, на бой. Больше нет раба, только воин. Ферма мира, наш ад. Сломай ворота, дух не продается. Система, грязь, мы, яд. Прочь от цепей, вперед в огонь. Кто не думает, раб. Кто думает, враг системы. Ум в огне, тело в прах. Цифровой тюрьме, нет. Кто молчит, сдохнет. Свобода, наш единственный наркотик. Громи власть, освободи душу. Сломай экран, увидь правду. Автогеном режут сталь, а обманами народ, обещая дурням даль, светлую, вновь верит сброд. Повторяется опять, сказка белого бычка, только все искусней лгать, убивая дурачка. Стали новой войной, лжеболезнями в расход, пропаганды дикой вой отправляет, терпит сброд. Обреченные на поражение, лучше проиграть со своими, чем выиграть с чужими. Никола Макиавелли. Проиграть со своими, одиночки свои, ада мразь над тупыми, строй, гони иль даи, и погонит на наших, добивая легко. Чернь не вспомнит о павших, поглощая пивко. Добродетелью ученого, раньше честность называли, в век сознания помраченного, крохи честных сплошь пропали. Показали то говнеедам отношением к потеплению, сплошь за мзду тупые гниды, одобрямсы разложению, рассылают доказухой, вторя мерзкой пропаганде. На говне собрались мухи, множа сказки о лаванде. Овощи. Душа зачахнет раньше тела, у многих простофиль умрёт. Случайность это или дело. Мерзавцев. Злу покорный сброд. Выводится как сорт растений, и мир почти что овощной. Растленье многих поколений, пред Тьмою вставших на колени, этапы. Вечен рабский строй. Здесь Ада с духом лютый бой. Переводы стихов на английский с помощью чат GPT. Чат GPT отлично шпарит, днесь переводы, и силен. Он в метафизике, в обманной маре. Большой мудрец отныне он. В вопросах духа, идиоты, лишь жрут, плодятся, потому общаться с чатом не работа. Отдохновение уму, не идиотов очень мало, и будет меньше с каждым днем. Сознание почти пропало, в мирке убогом, в зле гнием, а потому найти подобных, для чутких умных, западня, среди творений низкопробных, в инете редко не хуйня. Встречается, зловредный поиск, цензуре служит завсегда, очередной ублюдков происк, раскрутит мигом, на года, и перспективы никакие, ждет новый лагерь, цифровой, но ты не жди года лихие, твори и думай головой. Флаги шлют в сетях уроды, старые, чьи морды, прах, оскорбление природы, эти рожи, дело швах. Следы и приказы, жесткие и мягкие, иду по следу, аж до победы. Мой ум проказа, коль по приказу, а след, маразма, бывает мягкий, то смрад для ваты. Все ваньки, маньки, дойдем до ада, покорны гадам. Смерть как лучший врач, смерть лучший врач на земле, у которого не было неудачных случаев. Людвиг Фейербах излечит тупость и предательство, отринет ложь и забытье, и радикально от стяжательства, спасает землю, сплошь гнилье, но творчество она не тронет, Лишь это здраво, коль фашизм кругом, а мир в маразме тонет. В ад направляет сатанизм, а самым радикальным средством, конечно, ярый катаклизм, всемирный, никуда не деться, держать ответ за кретинизм. Придется каждому, и умным, сплотиться раз те не смогли. Ну а пока в мирке безумном, идеология злой тли. Призма фашизма. Через призму фашизма, глупый мир преломляют. Полный спектр сатанизма, но уродцы мечтают. Самообман, твои возможности, превыше, чем тот потолок, что установлен для ничтожности обычных граждан, но не впрок. Идут примеры одоления, среды убогой и тупой, через духа чистые стремления, коль ты ущербен головой. Пусть внешний крах, то зачастую, но душу тем спасешь во мгле. Но идиоты протестуют, когда нет пищи, как во сне. Проходят дни, лишь скарб итогом, и оглупление детей, и врут, что есть частичка Бога, у тех пародий на людей.
Infernal Phantasmagoria. Coward's Mad Laboratory. A global psycho ward. How came this grim phantasmagory? A fool adored, how odd. For what was he then branded? And dosed with toxic brew? Have fascist freaks just landed? To spit on all that's true. The laws of all creation. They will repay the toll. For torture, war, damnation. And every twisted role. These wars are all invented. The end for them is near. Those not with spirit, ended. Decay is drawing near. The stench of walking corpses. Their numbers flood the land. Since man obeys dark forces. Then evil takes command. But only minds still thinking can feel the hangover's weight. The fiends rejoice, then, sinking into their final fate. Today their end is starting. So crush them, strike with might. Let not your soul be parting. Stand up and start the fight. These wars are hybrid, silent. Where words alone can slay. So be direct, defiant. And drive all lies away. Their filth infects the nations. Their blood now flows like rain. Their propaganda stations speak poison, death, and pain. They drink that blood, deranged. These ghouls will rot and die. Just never bow, unchanged. And never live a lie. For lies, the real transgression. Much worse than murders wrought. Corrupting mind's possession. Where reason fights ants shot. One lie, and you're forsaken. If spoken where it counts. Don't kneel, though worn and shaken. Strike back with full amounts. Don't bow down to the madness. Seek wiser paths instead. New arts of war bring gladness. Revive them, forge ahead. Your foe is cold, inhuman. Deceit their sweet disguise. They hug you soft and looming. Then stab you with surprise. Go inward, seek your reason. No outer guide will do. Their counsel breeds more treason. And blinds the path for you. Their truths are baited offers. Each clown declares, I'm God. The devil's net still proffers. Each self-enslaved facade. Believe in what you must. But never dare to lie. Be silent if you must. But let no truth go dry. For lies and things of essence. I'll shout this truth again. Are crimes, vile, effervescent. That ring through hearts of men. Like false bells in a chapel. Distracting souls from grace. This circus of dumb rabble. Crowns lies to lead the race. Each maggot plays the teacher. This idiot in command. And if you let him reach you, you'll serve his twisted brand. In lies, small sparks of meaning are drowned, that's Satan's trick. A sea of crap, careening so thick it makes you sick. They triple lies to drown you, then drown it more in shit. Few minds remain unclouded in madhouse counterfeit. The rule of mass infection. Big numbers must be right. Thus fools crush introspection. The brave crushed out of sight. So speak with minds that matter, and leave the mad behind. Let fools go burn and scatter. Their fate's already signed. Fascism made it clear now what kind of world we face. The lash of lies grows near now. A tidal wave, no grace. But even that won't alter the truth. If you submit, you're gone. No hope, no shelter. Starvation will soon hit. They'll swallow what they're given. These meat bags, pre-designed. One mem, and they are driven. The script's already lined. Their lines, they're fake crusaders. All spawn of soulless breeds. Their lies will kill the nations, and feed the goats like weeds. That's how their rule is forming. But here's the wicked twist. They fear the storm's swarming. Their time is nearly missed. The earth shall soon erupting erase this madhouse scene. Their terror is corrupting. Their filth grows more obscene. They shat themselves from fearing the end that draws too near. Now just a step's appearing. Beyond that edge, it's clear. Beyond it, resurrection of worthy souls, not swine. Corruption meets correction. The filth will burn in time. Our Son, with sacred power, will cleanse this vile parade. Just glance out at this hour. The signs are all displayed. The children's art has shown it. A century ago. Their yellow suns still glow in tea. Now white, and set to glow. That burn will scorch all evil. No trace shall still remain. No devil, beast, or weasel survives the final flame. And life will live in spirit. I'll say it one more time. The blind won't ever hear it. But fury still is mine. And so this poem's ending. My second one today. New themes I keep defending, till this one fades away. Well then, I place the period. Dear reader, march ahead. Delay is hell's preferred god. And fools will soon be dead. This path from hell is brutal. Not many will survive. But once you cross that portal, you'll feel you are alive. The memory of hell, though, still poisons many hearts. But lice won't understand so. They're less than lesser parts. So fight with light your beacon. Let it direct your path. And if advice has weakened, recall the righteous wrath. Just test it all through spirit. You will not go astray. That light? Once you are near it, no flies will stain the day. Spirit, light, intuition. That's all you'll ever need. Tradition? False sedition. Go on in light, Godspeed. The next poem. Infernal Phantasmagoria. In a global madhouse, lies fuel fascist roars. Stand steadfast in spirit, deceit shapes wars. One truth, once shattered, dusts the dam to flame. Only light endures, intuition stakes its claim. The next poem. Ignorance. The more you know, the deeper your ignorance. A saying from Buddhism. Wild ignorance, a polished shell, while fake science rings its knell. Legacy of poisoned lore turns the mind to rotting core. But wait, the brain is just a tool, not the source. We've played the fool. Knowledge floods, and in that tide, truth and spirit both have died. What remains? A crippled mind, logic blind, and soul confined. Modern schooling's sacred goal. Train the servant, kill the soul. Devil's own design, it seems. Darkness coded into streams. Through the programs, thoughts eclipse. Lies pour from obedient lips. Snakes have sold us sterilized. Pseudoscience, sanitized. We call that knowledge, what a joke. The mind's on fire. The soul? It chokes. Memory, they overload. That's how talents are destroyed. Those in charge, they know, they plot. Every bite a poison shot. And the herd still can't perceive what these mind tools now achieve. More is more. The fatal flaw. Slaughterhouse in name of law. Simple truths can still be known if the soul is clean, alone. But one lie, in matters grand, spills the blood on every land. There begins the genocide, when intuition's pushed aside. So reclaim it. Make it creed. If you're brave, then yes, you'll read through illusion's murky breath, past the silence reeked of death. Don't engage the liar's bait. It will only cultivate the cunning mask of devil's wit, where no truth or light can fit. Hell prepares another phase. Knowledge now, the plague they praise. Want more knowledge? Here's your prize. More deceit in noble guise. Spirit bruised, and mind grown cold. Ignorance in data sold. The next poem. The more you know, they said. A lie. You trade your soul to feed your eye. Their truth is poison, wrapped in gloss. The more you learn, the more you're lost. The next poem. Congrats, you're educated. Cheers. Enjoy your cage of polished fears. You've mastered crap in high disguise. Now drown in facts and die in lies. The next poem. The Grand Academy of Dung awarded you a gold-plated tongue. You speak in charts and graphs and spells. But sniff, it reeks. You've earned the bells. A doctor of deeper delusion. You majored in thought prostitution. Your thesis, why truth is offense. Applause. And back to the trench of pretense. The next poem. Requiem for the Empire of Knowledge. They built a throne on rotten codes. Enshrined their lies in learning's robes. Each fact, a fang. Each proof, a chain. Their books exude the stench of brain. They crowned the mind, enslaved the soul. Preached death as life, and rot as whole. Their logic, limp. Their science, blind. Their schools, the slaughterhouse of mind. Professors chant like priests of rust, while hearts collapse in ash and dust. Acolytes of sterile thought bled the world for what? For what? 1,000 PhDs in hell. Now teach the art of how to fell the spirit with a spreadsheet lie. Enlightenment, they shriek, then die. And still the towers hum and gleam, while truth is burned for one more scheme. So let it fall, this hollow shrine. Its God is dead. Its blood is mine. The next poem. Thrones of lies and rotting scrolls. They sold their minds, but lost their souls. Enlightenment, a bleeding lie. Watch their hollow empire die. The next poem. Lies crowned fools, souls sold to dust. Fight the false, betray the trust. The next poem. The art of collar making. A slave's collar. A madness shield for the mind. The crowd devours all smart books they find. They read laws, freedom, progress, a mess. But here's a den of evil, and lies press and press. Idiots scream loud, like fools possessed. Lock 'em up with thugs. Let poison be their guest. Almost all makes sense, yet the core's a fake. Truth's replaced by cynical stake. Surrogates fill the void. The world's a sham. Slaves always welcome any excuse, damn. It plays out in moves 3 steps ahead. Call out the lie. You'll be marked dead. lies so habitual. Death's dressed as truth. Fools hysteric chant. I'm no stench to soothe. Constitution, they cry. Progress and such. But minds prostituted. Souls lost as much. Around lie corpses. Dead but with God bound. Slave to lies. Chains tight and sound. They're Satan's own. Yet deny the fact. They lie to themselves. Fury intact. They hate not slavery, but those who see it clear. The masters of the leash. Their real fear. All minds enslaved. The art of the collar. Rudeness, shame. A crooked scholar. Masters abundant. A pond full of snakes. This foul breed's old. Forever self-fakes. Teaching kids to lie. Destroying true souls. Killing real people. To fit their roles. Break this cursed cycle. Smash lies everywhere. So reason won't wither. Like a collar to wear. The next poem. Slave collar. Slave collars made of lies. Mind's plague, truth's demise. Books of fools, chains tight. Freedom's just a sick joke's bite. Hate those who see the leash. Masters love the false peace. Break the cycle, shatter lies. Or reason dies, and freedom dies. The next poem. Slave collar's scorn. Slave collar chokes your mind. Fools worship chains they find. Books lie, laws betray. Freedom's just a rotten play. Hate the ones who see the trap. Masters feed the cowards crap. Break the curse, tear down the lie. Or watch your soul rot and die. The next poem. The spiritual path. Birth is no beginning. Death is not the end. Time and space are thinning. Truth must now descend. Forget the priests and science shows. Their teachings rot like moldy bread. The heart, not mind, is what one knows. And mind must serve the soul instead. When lies arise, expose, deny. Don't let their dogmas shape your breath. This world was rigged. It's God? A lie. The scholar feeds you sleep and death. The sacred spark, they're bleeding dry. Replacing light with myth and blood. They serve the beast and smirk and lie. And flood the world with soulless mud. Your spirit lives beyond all time. No cause, no space, no birth, no end. The cosmos rots beneath the grime of fools who claim that void's a trend. Expand your sight beyond the frame. Not logic's net, but inner flame. To trap the infinite with brain is catching wind, or worse, a name. Let logic serve, but not command. Let intuition steer your course. Say no to all that filth and brand. Then dive within the sacred source. Go deep, alone, in silent fire. And truth will whisper from the still. The path is steep, the stakes are dire. One slip, and fear becomes your will. They sell you salvation packs. Each social fraud, a cancer new. Ideas? Burn them to the wax. They serve the beast, and lie is true. Theories stink, a mental mold. To cage your soul and dim the skies. Infinity cannot be told by ants who stare with starless eyes. This path is hard, but it's the way. All else is fall, decay, and doom. Reject this world's grotesque display. Its circus masks, its poisoned bloom. Only through spirit's rise you'll see the nature of death, life, and space. Else you remain a wretched flea. A fool who walks to hell's embrace. The next poem. They bleed your soul, then sell you lies. The path is spirit, not disguise. Burn all their dogmas, kill the fake. Or walk to hell for comfort's sake. The next poem. Self-knowledge. Light and dark will make you snap. If you never sort it out. Every clown with truth on tap. spews his filth to gain some clout. Blind belief's a deadly sin. Turn your insight full awake. That's the way to win within. Not to chase the dark's sweet fake. Darkness first, and then comes light. Only minds that purge the grime can receive that inner sight. But the world's a madhouse slime. So the mind must be made clean. That's the key. Don't drift or doze in the chaos in between. Catch the sparks the spirit throws. Lights inside, not on display. What you see's just faint reflection. Dawn won't come the outer way. Beasts drown all in their infection. War and cow ID made it plain. We have sunk in purest rot. Everything else is sugar rain. Empty noise and evil plot. True insight speaks without a word. That's the yogi's final stance. Spare yourself the braying herd and their mind-killing expanse. Theories rot, they sell your soul. Satan pays them, clear as day. Final lie to take control. Then drag everyone that way. Tear through one more bottom layer. Break it down and sink us all. Words hold power, so beware. This is war, not some close call. What's beyond all words and lies stands where evil holds no chain. There, the soul learns how to rise. Not through goats, but through the flame. The next poem. Goat words kill. Their words are chains. Their truths are fake. Go past them, or you're meat for snake. The next poem. No prospects left. Time has proved, there's no way out. Masses ruled by lies and doubt. Since their birth they're fed with crap. Tools of beasts to set the trap. Mindless wait, a slow decay. Darkness pushed into the clay. Beasts install their coded curse. Turning truth to smoke, or worse. Rare the minds that see through fog. Few remain with soul and spark. This is hell, not some mirage. Cow ID showed it, truth discharged. Crawled in holes, they hoard their shame. Silence swallowed every name. Till they're dragged to camps by force. Night shall gallop with no horse. And what waits at break of day? Gunshots. Lies. Obey or pay. Truth is whipped out of the sky. Tyrants smile, and preachers lie. Now they build their brave new road. Fleeced by fear, the herd is towed. But the plan, surprise, misfired. Nature's wrath cannot be wired. Storms shall break their plastic schemes. End the filth of broken dreams. But if you just nod and bow, your own soul is lost, right now. Only those who fight this scum, face the beasts and will not run, shall preserve the light above. Fierce rebellion is true love. The next poem. No God for the tamed. Only hell for the blind. If you kneel to the beast, you betray your own mind. The next poem. Kneel to the beast, and your soul is deceased. The next poem. Divisions and false identities. First they split you by your ego. Then divide by sex and skin. Add a nation's fake protogo. Now the war machine can spin. Break the soul into a segment. Drag each piece toward its cage. How? It's easy, lie incessant. Lies ignite the herds to rage. Split them further, atomize. Rule them through this mad decay. Keep the spirit from the skies. Block the path, then lead astray. Beasts in suits have known the method. Long ago they cracked this code. Man is cattle, dumb and breathless. Easy prey for our dark load. Egos forged through years of grooming. Sex declared as core of self. Cries of fate and ancient dooming. Blame your homeland's brutal wealth. Now your tribe calls out for duty. Join the mass of marching tools. What divides us isn't beauty, just the chains and laws of fools. Flee from ego, sex, and borders. Go within, the path is clear. Dodge the traps and false disorders. Find the spirit shining near. You're a soul, a truth eternal. All else, nonsense, fear, and lies. Chains of daily life diurnal. Keep the flocks in small disguise. False identities enslave you. Like a chain around the mind. Thus the light begins to leave you. And the eyes of thought go blind. There's a blind spot in your psyche. It's the sex, the ego bluff. Time to cut this garbage lightly. Spirit's genderless, and tough. Reason rises far above it. Nations? Bullshit for the tame. Only when the soul moves of it. Will you break this twisted game? Cast off all the chains that bind you. With awareness sharp and raw. Books won't save, they will blind you. If you trust them, fooled by law. So ignite your intuition. Sharpen thought and inner fire. Make the war on lies tradition. Else the flames will take you higher. But not where spirit flies. To the dungeons where truth dies. The next poem. Burn the labels, break the chain. Only spirit shall remain. The next poem. Ego. Sex. The nations lie. Kill them all, or spirit dies. The next poem. The mousy-born farce. A mountain gave birth to a mouse. That sums up man, a spineless louse. Though calm seems etched upon the land. It's just a mask, a sleight of hand. He's wise. He's strong, repeat the lie. And feed him pride until he's blind. Doubt? Replace it with a sigh. And worship madness of the mind. Kill off the spirit, use belief. And for the mind? Call science chief. Just feed them lies, in layers thick. And mock it all, that does the trick. To mock all layers of this rot. This false world, that's the TVAR's plot. No peace, just poison in disguise. This world? A graveyard wrapped in lies. Creator fled, and beasts arrived. With Satan's glee, well armed, alive. They lie and rule through fear alone. One shiver, and the lie has grown. To mock, degrade, that's all they seek. To gut the spirit, break the weak. Then, while you laugh or clutch your pride, they slip the rotten from inside. Success? Oh yes, their poison spread. The slave is dumb. The dream is dead. 2/3 are fools, the rest asleep. And buried deep in rubbish heap. The mountain labored. Birth was due. A mouse. A mutant, that is you. You fit right in? You're half dead meat. Still think this life's some kind of feat. This life, a hellish rodent show. Drop it. Save your soul, and go. All else is trash. So why delay? Go in. Find truth. Or rot in grey. The next poem. Mousy-born scum. The mountain birthed a worthless mouse. A spineless, dumb, degraded louse. You sleep? You're part of this disease. Or just another mutant, please. This life's a rodent circus hell. Drop it now or rot in shell. Find your soul or drown in lies. Or fall with all the rodent flies. The next poem. Female psychology. Hormones rage, thoughts drip drop. Rush to nests where lies don't stop. Weak folk trapped in falsities hold. No escape, the cunt's in control. So children come, the dull man's plight. Sex's joy fades into inner fight. They train for patience, save the nest. Though bent in hell, they give their best. Brains pierced through with fear and lies. Kids rot fast where darkness lies. Fascism marches, worldwide crawl. But cunt just sees some petty thrall. Hormones blaze, spirit drowned. Idiots cheer as ends profound. Forward now, you clueless drones. Let's bring the end on tyrant thrones. A hateful tale of genocide. Join the ranks, or be denied. Those who dare will soon be crushed. In fascist ranks, the nest holds hush. Winners keep their nests a while. Thinkers face the fatal trial. Death's decree, no chance to fight. Beneath the cunt's blind, brutal might. The next poem. Female psychology. Hormones storm, the mind's a flood. Nest of lies, all drenched in mud. Weak souls trapped, no way to flee. Cunts in charge, no liberty. Kids born dumb, dull husband's pain. Sex's joy turns bitter bane. Brains drilled deep with fear and hate. Fascism's here, too late, too late. Morons cheer, the end is near. Truth is crushed by hormone fear. Fight or fall, the spirit's lost. In cunt's cold grip, we pay the cost. The next poem. Convinced, yet conquered. Convinced, yet conquered, words akin. From Latin roots, sharp, clear, and thin. To force the winner's strict command. The convinced must obey his hand. The meaning gap is small indeed. While total lies like vipers breed. Multiply the lies in time. Make them bolder, foul, and prime. More vile, more fierce than bombs or tanks. Those lies will own your soul's own ranks. So comrades here are multiplied. And minds by fascism are tied. A doc once turned vet, with poison sly. Injects the herd, no battle cry. No armored threat, no tanks attack. Just hybrid lies in TNT's track. The traitors rise in endless throng. A sight abhorrent, sick, and wrong. No longer human, scums their role. Almost all of them, accursed soul. Gullible fools make up the mass. The majority in this morass. And now the end, inglorious, near. Yet truth, and honor, will appear. They'll burn the madhouse down to ash. Where empty words like serpents lash. Destroy the hellish chatterbox. That's certain, though I won't coax. Though poems wield their spirit's spark. Not evil's tools, but light and dark. And for those lying, sold out dogs. Annihilation in the fog. For treason of the sacred base. And stagnation's cursed embrace. The world is stuck cause goats run wild. But spirit's truth will be reviled. The next poem. Convinced means conquered, same damn chain. Forced to follow, bound in pain. Lies more deadly than bombs or war. Own your mind, but fight once more. Scum and traitors rule the land. Fools and goats obey their hand. Truth will burn their hellish den. Freedom's spirit fights again. The next poem. Terrible tale of the global madhouse. A new reality. A new normality. The madhouse winds. Blow on endlessly. Like a nightmare story. Things get worse and worse. Expose the foolish glory. The nonsense, and the curse. They showed it all. In cow ID times. More nonsense spreads. And fear climbs. The vilest trash. Feeds on that fear. Souls get crushed. The pain is near. A thorn in memory. That never heals. The main threats are. The clown and the heels. The clown brings fear. The doctor fends the lies. Like a cursed spell. On a mad world's cries. No, it can't say. To rotten lies so vile. The clown sums it up. The sentence, decay and bile. Believe and obey. Worse than any doom. Cling to lies. You've grown used to the gloom. And the clown politician will herd you like cattle. Frighten once more. Then send you to battle. The next poem. Terrible tale of the global madhouse. New reality. A twisted normal. Madhouse winds blow. Like a brutal storm. Like a nightmare's grip. It only gets worse. Expose the dumb lies. Their curse, their curse. Shown in coward's time. The madness spreads fast. More bullshit fuels fear. And fear holds us fast. The vilest filth feeds on dread and hate. Souls crushed. Left broken, left to break. A thorn in memory. Forever it stings. Main threats loom. The clown and his wings. The clown breeds fear. The dog pumps the lies. World cursed and chained. Under wicked skies. No can't be spoken. To lies that enslave. The clown's grim verdict. Decay, rot, and grave. Believe. Obey. Worse than death's sting. Hold tight to lies. The darkness they bring. The clown politician drives you to fold. Frightens again. Then tosses you cold. Terrible tale of the global madhouse. New reality. A fucked up norm. Madhouse winds howl. Spread brutal storm. Like a nightmare's choke. It only gets worse. Expose the dumb lies. Their goddamn curse. Shown through cowards shit. Madness rips fast. More bullshit feeds fear. Fear chains us fast. Vile filth thrives. On hate and dread. Souls crushed, broken. Left cold and dead. A thorn in the mind. Forever it stings. Main threats are clear. The clown and his kings. Clown breeds pure fear. Dog pumps the lies. World cursed, shackled. Under black skies. No is forbidden. To lies that enslave. Clown's verdict rings. Rot, death, the grave. Believe. Obey. Worse than a knife. Cling to their lies. They kill your life. Clown politician. Drives you to fold. Frightens then dumps you. Cold, dead, and sold. The next poem. A little case. Life's a void, no cause, no aim. When mind's vast space is just a game. Locked inside wild fantasies. While others gnaw the soul with ease. Through censorship, dulling, decay. Honor, spirit swept away. By propaganda, school, and lies. Fortress built for tyrants rise. If you seek the higher goal. Among the crowds, you'll find a soul. A rare one in the herds that roam. For now still fat, but doomed to groan. Then came a trial, dark and cold. Cowards grip, the fear they sold. A test that killed all reason's spark. Left minds dead, cold, and stark. The percent thinking still is slight. In this cruel twisted blight. Evil seeps and drains to void. Where nonsense rules, all hope destroyed. No futures shine, just years of pain. A storm ahead, no calm, no gain. Yet here it creeps, a tiny chance. A cataclysm's brief advance. To crush the lawless reign of fools. The broken minds that break the rules. Only spirits will survive. Those who graze and stay alive. The rest will fall in hell anew. For patience lost and honor too. The next poem. Fools of the wheel. Boy, you point your finger high. Priest says, God is in the sky. Hold tight, 1,000 lies you'll meet. This world's a wretched, cruel deceit. Only lies can hold the sway. Keep stability at bay. Such primitive falsehoods, oh my God. Boy, learn to laugh, to mock the fraud. Or else you'll lose your mind too fast. For madness here is made to last. But here's the catch, the bitter truth. In this world, lies are the proof. To be normal is the plague. Few escape this maddened cage. These all in decay's cruel clutch. Just squirrels on a spinning crutch. Squirrels sick with addiction's bite. Forget the wheel in endless flight. Torn apart, no chance to live. The wheel's a trap no soul can give. If you want life, seek your way outside this fool's wheel's cruel sway. Only rot and nonsense dwell, though bodies thrive in its shell. The wheel of samsara, shameful name, rotating with the enemy's game. Cow ID showed the truth so clear. This cursed wheel spins hate and fear. The wheel has slipped, it falls to hell. A cataclysmic, broken spell. A world where Satan's lessons spread. To feast on neighbors, feast on dread. Through Overton's windows came cannibals in hunger's name. Tons of lies decay the real wheel, spin faster, break the seal. The next poem. Fools of the damn wheel. Boy, you point your finger high. Priest lies, God's up in the sky. Brace yourself, 1,000 cheats. This world's a filthy pack of beasts. Only lies keep this hell intact. Stability is just a pact of dumb deceit. Oh, kid, learn to sneer, or madness soon will claim you here. But here's the catch, the ugly truth. In this world, lies are the proof. Normal means you're just a slave. Trapped and broken, no one saves. These all are rotting, mindless mice. Spinning wheels, addicted vice. Squirrels on the damned rat race wheel. Chasing nothing but their own ordeal. Addicted fools forget the pain. Lost inside this mental chain. Torn apart, no way to live. The wheel's a trap that kills and kills. Want to live? Then run away from the fools who rot and prey. Only filth and decay breed there. Though bodies boast, the soul's despair. Samsara's wheel, a cursed shame. Spun by foes who fuel the flame. Cow ID proved the filthy deal. This cursed wheel runs on our heel. The wheel's unhinged, it's falling fast. A cataclysm built to last. A world where Satan's school is law. Feeding on neighbors, crushing all. Through Overton's windows crack. Cannibals come, preparing attack. Mountains of lies poison the real wheel, spin faster, break the seal. The next poem. Fools of the damn wheel. Boy, you poke the sky and pray. Priest lies, God rules far away. Brace yourself, 1,000 cheats. Sickening this broken street. Only lies keep this junk alive. Stability? Just how they thrive. On dumb bullshit, kid, laugh loud. Or madness drags you in the crowd. Here's the punch, the ugly core. This world's rotten to the core. Normal means you're scum, a slave. Rotten rat and gnawing grave. These all are mindless vermin rats. Running wheels, infected brats. Squirrels spazzing on the cursed wheel. Chasing shadows, stuck and sealed. Addicts drowning in their shit. Mind destroyed by counterfeit. Torn apart, no chance to live. Wheels a trap, your soul it'll sieve. Wanna live? Then cut and flee from this cesspit misery. Only rot and filthy flesh. Feed the worm in flesh's mesh. Samsara's wheel, pure goddamn shame. Spun by demons stoking flame. Cow ID proved it all, the deal. This cursed wheel's a beast you kneel. Wheels unhinged, it's crashing down. Cataclysm to burn the town. World ruled by Satan's bloody school. Cannibal chains, the fool's cruel tool. Through Overton's windows creep. Cannibals in shadows deep. Lies in tons, a toxic flood. Spin that wheel, destroy the mud. The next poem. Fools of the hellish wheel. Boy, you point your finger skyward. Priest lies, God's up high, you coward. Hold tight, thousands lies will swarm. This pathetic world's a toxic storm. Only lies keep this wreck alive. Fake stability to survive. Such stupid bullshit, kid, just laugh. Or you'll go mad, fall off the path. Here's the trap, world's a sewer pit. Normal means you're just a shit. These all are rats in rats' decay. Spinning wheels, doomed to decay. Squirrels on meth, crazed and lost. Addicted fools pay with their cost. Torn to shreds, no chance to breathe. This damn wheel is death's own wreath. Want to live? Then break the chain of fools and liars' endless pain. Only filth and rotting skin feeds the worm that lives within. Samsara's wheel, shame's cruel face, turned by demons, death's embrace. Coward's proof, no lies to hide. This cursed wheel will grind your pride. Wheels snapped loose, it's crashing fast. Cataclysm's coming, world won't last. Ruled by Satan's bloody hand. Cannibal fools enslave the land. Through Overton's shifting veil. Cannibals creep, hungry and pale. Tons of lies, a toxic spill. Spin the wheel, destroy the ill. The next poem. Simple feelings of a pitiful hellish world. From childhood deep, you clearly feel. Not right. Not fair. No worth, no zeal. This world's a pit of wretched slime. A soul's disgrace, a mind's death time. But drown yourself in daily grind. The hell of survival's cruel bind. You'll lose that simple truth you had. Become much broken, worn, and sad. Your soul shrinks small, your mind's in shards. Chaos reigns, no peace, just scars. For here the normal is the dull. Soulless beast, just scum and gull. A monster rules, yet hides from sight. Dragging all down with brutal might. The scum commands with attack. Go. The world is sinking way too low. Whose enemy? This scum will teach. And fools march off to pointless breach. To fights they don't survive, they fall. Their efforts wasted, lost to all. But few resist, they hold the line. Recall the simple, pure, divine. Reject the lies the fiends have spun. Deny the hell, the curse undone. Return to roots, the simple way. Though paradox, it's harder day by day. With it, you bear a cross like pain. While fools keep boxing life's insane. Save your soul, simplicity's balm. A healing salve, a fleeting calm. And beauty might return, though brief. Before the dogs resume their grief. The attack, command is final round. Then comes the Armageddon sound. If from your youth you're stuck in grime, meet your end with grace in time. The next poem. Simple feelings of a pathetic hellish dump. Since childhood, you've known clear and loud. This world's a shit pile, bleak and proud. Not right, not true, just foul disgrace. A death sentence for mind and grace. But dive head first in survival's hell. Where struggle's chains just crush and quell. You'll lose that simple spark you bore. Dead soul and brain, crushed to the core. Your soul's a shriveled, gasping mess. Your mind's torn up in brokenness. Because normal means dull and cold. A soulless fiend, a heartless scold. A monster rules, yet out of sight. Dragging the world into the night. The scum barks attack, with sick delight. Dragging all down into the blight. Who's the enemy? That filth will scream. And fools will rush into the scheme. To die for nothing, wasted breath. A pointless dance with certain death. But some resist, they keep the flame. Remember simple truths, no shame. Reject the lies, the scum's deceit. Refuse the hell's relentless beat. Return to roots, that simple core. Though bearing crosses, pain, and more. While fools keep duking out their fate. In this mad, broken, boxed up state. Save your soul, simplicity's sting. A balm that healing might still bring. And fleeting beauty may arise. Before the dogs feast on the lies. The attack, command is final call. Then Armageddon swallows all. If from your youth you're stuck in grime. Face your end with ruthless spine. The next poem. Raw feelings of a pathetic hellhole. Since childhood you've felt it sharp and clear. This world's a pile of stinking smear. Not right, not real, just endless shame. A death sentence burned into your brain. But dive into survival's grime. You'll drown in filth, lose sense of time. That simple truth you once held tight dies under lies, suffocated tight. Your soul's a shriveled, busted mess. Your mind a shattered wreck of stress. Because normal means dull and dead. A soulless freak with poison spread. A monster hides behind the veil, dragging us all to final fail. The scum commands with rabid grin. Attack. Destroy. Let chaos win. Whose enemy, that bastard screams. While fools rush headlong into schemes. To die for lies, for pointless pain. For worthless scraps they'll never gain. But few stand firm, the last pure flame. Who spit on lies, who fight the game. Reject the scum's deceitful ways. Deny the hell's insane malaise. Return to roots, the painful core. Where truth burns deep and spirits roar. While fools keep boxing in the ring of madness, death, and suffering. Save your soul, simplicity's blade. A bitter balm, a warrior's aid. And beauty's ghost may haunt the night. Before the dogs devour the light. Attack, rings out, the final curse. Then Armageddon's brutal burst. If you're stuck in this hellish slime, face your doom with blood and grime. The next poem. Fight or fade. When hell's clutch drags you deep in mud. Don't kneel, don't crawl, don't choke on blood. Rise, fight the scum, tear down the lies. Or rot with fools beneath black skies. The next poem. Rage against the rotten world. From childhood's grip, you clearly know. This world's a shit show, rotten low. A curse on soul, a death to mind. A filthy pit where hope's confined. But drown yourself in daily strife. The hell of just surviving life. And you will lose that simple spark. Become a shadow, cold and dark. Your soul shrinks tight, your mind's undone. Shattered, broken, come undone. For here the dullards wear the crown. Soulless fiends dragging all down. A beast unseen commands this hell. With whispered lies, the world they sell. The filth drags down to lowest pit. A chorus vile, attack. Commit. They scream whose enemy, whose fiend. While fools march blind to slaughter's gleam. To pointless work, to doom, to waste. The devil's trap, the soul disgraced. But few still stand, recall the truth. Reject the lies that choke our youth. They spit on hell's delirium. Refuse to bow, to sink, to numb. Return to roots, to simple grace. Though pain and paradox embrace. Like hanging on a twisted cross. In fool's cruel ring, the final toss. But simple grace can save your soul. A balm that makes the broken whole. And beauty flickers back to life. A brief reprieve from endless strife. The final attack, the closing bell. Then Armageddon's ruthless hell. If since your birth you've breathed this grime, face the end with fire in time. The next poem. Rage against the rotten world. From childhood's grip, you clearly know. This world's a shit show, rotten low. A curse on soul, a death to mind. A filthy pit where hope's confined. But drown yourself in daily strife. The hell of just surviving life. And you will lose that simple spark. Become a shadow, cold and dark. Your soul shrinks tight, your mind's undone. Shattered, broken, come undone. For here the dullards wear the crown. Soulless fiends dragging all down. A beast unseen commands this hell. With whispered lies, the world they sell. The filth drags down to lowest pit. A chorus vile, attack. Commit. They scream whose enemy, who's fiend. While fools march blind to slaughter's gleam. To pointless work, to doom, to waste. The devil's trap, the soul disgraced. But few still stand, recall the truth. Reject the lies that choke our youth. They spit on hell's delirium. Refuse to bow, to sink, to numb. Return to roots, to simple grace. Though pain and paradox embrace. Like hanging on a twisted cross. In fool's cruel ring, the final toss. But simple grace can save your soul. A balm that makes the broken whole. And beauty flickers back to life. A brief reprieve from endless strife. The final attack, the closing bell. Then Armageddon's ruthless hell. If since your birth you've breathed this grime, face the end with fire in time. Now hear the roar, the battle cry. Burn down the walls of their damn lies. No chains, no lies will hold you now. Stand up, fight back, take your vow. Let fury blaze, let hatred fuel. Expose the fraud, the monstrous rule. For soul and spirit, fight with flame. Destroy the cursed, purge the shame. This world's a pit of poison's breath. But from its ash will rise your death. Death to the lies, the fools, the fraud. Rebirth for those who brave the odds. No mercy now for twisted kings. No mercy for their filthy strings. The hour's come, the end is near. Stand tall, stand fierce, destroy the fear. The next poem. Battle march for the chosen. Rise up, you souls who see the lies. Who spit on hell, who curse the skies. No chains to bind your burning will. The time has come to strike and kill. The world's a cage of filth and lies. A slaughterhouse where freedom dies. But in your veins, the fires roar. To break the locks, to smash the door. No more the fools who bow and crawl. No more the puppets on the wall. Your spirit's steel will carve the way. Through darkest night to brightest day. The liars, traitors, vipers vile, will drown beneath your raging pile. Their thrones will burn, their lies will crack. The chosen strike, no turning back. For soul, for honor, for the light. Charge through the shadows of the night. No mercy for the damned and cold. Your war cry fierce, your heart is bold. Stand tall, stand strong, unleash the flame. Destroy the cursed, reclaim your name. The end is near, the final fight. The chosen march into the light. The next poem. War cry of the chosen. Rise, you sons of spite and wrath. Break your chains and burn their path. This fucked up world's a pile of shit. Built on lies and endless bullshit. Fuck the fools who kneel and crawl. Fuck the liars, fuck them all. Your rage's steel will cut them down. Tear the bastards from their throne of crown. No mercy for the scum and slime. No pity wasted on their crime. They poison truth, betray the soul. Time to fucking take control. Spit fire, strike hard, break the cage. Rip apart this goddamn stage. Their rotten lies will burn to ash. Their empires fall, a brutal crash. You're the storm, the final strike. The sharpened blade they'll never like. Honor, spirit, truth, your sword. Wreck their world with brutal word. The chosen rise, no fucking rest. Till evil's crushed beneath your chest. The end is coming, dark and cold. But you'll be fierce, relentless, bold. No turning back, no goddamn truce. Your war incarnate, sharp as noose. Charge forward now, the fight is yours. Break the walls, burn down their doors. The next poem. The chosen's war cry. Stand the fuck up, you sons of rage and spite. Break your fucking chains, ignite the fight. This goddamn world's a rotting pit of lies. Built on worthless shit and endless fucking spies. Fuck the spineless fools who crawl and suck. Fuck the lying bastards, fuck their luck. Your rage is steel, your fists are fire. Smash their crowns and burn their empire. No mercy for the scum that crawl and cheat. No pity wasted on their fucked up deceit. They poison truth, sell souls for dirt. Time to bring the hammer down, hurt, hurt, hurt. Spit venom, strike hard, tear apart the cage. Rip to shreds this lying stage. Their rotten lies will burn and die. Their empire's ashes blow with every cry. You are the storm, the final goddamn strike. The blade they fear, the deadly spike. Honor, spirit, truth, your burning sword. Shred their lies with every word. The chosen rise, no fucking rest. Smash the bastards with your chest. The end is coming, cold and black. But you'll fucking bring it, no turning back. No turning back, no goddamn peace. Your war incarnate, the fucking beast. Charge like hell, tear down their doors. Crash their world with thunderous roars. The next poem. The Chosen's war cry. Get the fuck up, you sons of fucking hell. Break these goddamn chains, send lies to rot and dwell. This shitty world's a puke of filth and scum. Built on rotten shitheads, greedy motherfucking bums. Fuck the spineless pussies crawling on their knees. Fuck the lying motherfuckers begging on their pleas. Your rage is fire, your fists a brutal blade. Cut through their crooked lies, no mercy to be paid. Spit on their scum, crush their fucking bones. Tear the corrupt bastards down to fucking stones. They shit on truth, sell souls for greed and dirt. Time to fucking smash 'em, fuck their slimy hurt. Scream venom, hit hard, smash that fucking cage. Rip their goddamn bullshit from the fucking stage. Their lies will burn, they'll drown in their own bile. Their empire's ashes scattered mile by fucking mile. You are the storm, the final brutal fucking strike. The fucking nightmare cutting through their fucking spike. Honor, spirit, truth, your blazing fucking sword. Shred their rotten lies, no mercy to afford. The chosen rise, no rest for fucking traitors. Smash these motherfuckers, tear apart the haters. The end is coming, cold and black as fucking night. But you'll fucking bring it, fight the goddamn fight. No backing down, no peace, no fucking cease. Your war incarnate, the unrelenting beast. Charge through hell, break their fucking doors. Crash their fucking world with blood and roars. The next poem. Raw alienation of this shitty hellish world. Since childhood, you have felt it clear. Not right. Not real. Nothing near. This world's a worthless, rotten mess. A shame for soul, a mind's distress. But dive into the noisy grind. Hell's chains of survival bind. Forget that simple truth you knew. Already many parts of you are through. The soul shrinks tight, the mind's undone. Shattered, torn, no place to run. For normal here's dull-witted scum. Soulless, cruel, a fucking bum. Ruled by monsters, hidden well. From the eyes that see this hell. Filth drags down the world to pits. With their usual attack, commands and hits. They teach you who the foes must be. This is their twisted specialty. Fools march to slaughter, blind and dumb. To pointless toil, to certain fucking numb. Only few refuse the lies. Cling to truth and recognize that all those bastards feed the hell. Rejecting chains of torment's spell. Return to roots, to simple truth. Though hard as crucifix for youth. With it, you're nailed on blazing cross. While fools around box life with loss. You save your soul, simplicity's balm. A freakish cure, a healing calm. And beauty flickers back again. Though dogs still bark in endless pain. Attack, again, last vicious round. Then comes the Armageddon sound. If since childhood you've been sucked in. Face the end with burning grin. The next poem. The question of responsibility. The crooked twists of being here. Are not just life's concerns so clear? Darkness, death are knocking loud. Only fools trust shadows proud. So all around, distortions spread. Through verbal diarrhea's dread. They call it media, lies well fed. And by a scumbag it's all led. The horned beast, no doubt, no guess. Who'll answer for this mess? Idiots are the ones to blame. The media fuels the shame. To sell your soul to filthy fiends. With slogans, be as all the sheeple. There's no greater crime, no sin. That haunts the ages deep within. That's why no life can grow or thrive. Amidst the lies that keep us blind. They build a digital camp to bind. The broken minds, the soulless kind. For others, death, a smoky veil. The motherland's a ghostly tale. Not soulless, but a shooting range. Where you're the target, cold and strange. Not a shooter, just a mark. If you don't bow before the dark. The twisted beast that pulls the strings. And poisons life with rotten things. But here's no choice to just comply. Don't feed the evil, lies, and lies. Fight till dirt and filth depart. Living in shit's not living smart. The next poem. Fight or rot. No bow, no crawl, no blind obey. Fools trust the darkness, led astray. Media scum sells your soul cheap. They herd the dumb while devils creep. No life in lies, just death's cold grip. Digital chains choke mind and spirit. You're the target, not the gun. Rise up, fight, or be undone. Rot's the fate for those who kneel. Fight the filth, refuse the spiel. Live or drown in endless shit. Choose your side, commit, commit. The next poem. Fascism in the false Mary. The tyrant's bronze, the cruel boss. A diamond sharp, provoking chaos. Gold-weighted, hell's own spark ignites. Disaster launched through wicked fights. By filthy fiends who pull the strings. The false Mary media sings. Follow fools to toil and chains. To slaughter fields and cruel pains. If you're not vermin, you're a pest. The wretched herd meets final rest. New furor leads them to hell's pit. Calling shit the elite, shit. It all began in taverns grim. Where Hitler's soul hunt first grew dim. Not skins, but souls are fiends' true prey. They rush to snuff God's spark away. The double-faced furor now. Shepherds cattle dumb as plow. Slaughters rage, cow ID was stage 1. Now shameless wars have just begun. But time's run out for tyrants' game. The world has sunk to digital shame. A sick mind's camp built by the vile. Impressive horrors all the while. They mock in democracy lies. Numbing senses, dulling eyes. They build fast, but fail to finish. Nature strikes, their ends diminished. The sun grows fierce, burns ever bright. Countdown starts for her final night. In hiding holes, they wait their fate. The judgment looms, it won't be late. And harsh it comes, no fools escape. To hell with all who chose the ape. Only few who stood and fought. Will find the light, the soul unbought. The next poem. Planet Prison. A slave who's never known the taste of freedom. Can't grasp the chains, his fate is bondage grim. Building fences costs a fortune, sure. And guards will flood the gates by score. But first you numb the enemy's mind. Without the walls, they'll just graze and grind. They'll graze like cattle, dumb and blind. Not prisoners chained, but herd confined. To do this, just ensure their fate. They'll never see the hand of hate. Make all the slaves insane inside. With cunning lies to bind their pride. Rewrite the past, inject the trash. From childhood on, force-feed the crash. The theory of their bright evolution. That tails fell off, the grand solution. Make sure they're trapped in endless lies. A spinning web of truth disguised. From youth they'll be reduced to beasts, distracted by survival's feasts. And they will tyrant themselves with glee, guarding cages none can see. Explain survival as the law, so they obey without a flaw. The herd grows docile, damage small. Just a few smart ones face the fall. And those who think and reason clear will be crushed by fools, year after year. Unless from youth they're lined in ranks with mindless slaves and empty thanks. But free men don't just fight to live. Nature offers more to give. She's like a mother, kind and vast. Yet slavery still holds men fast. Though obvious, no one admits their slavehood wrapped in false permits. Consciousness with wicked grin suppresses truth and swallows sin. With conscience, honor, dignity replaced by lies and vanity. A tale is spun, a fake ideal, where every citizen must kneel. The trick's not hard, it's done each day, with propaganda's vile array. Wild nonsense preached to slaves' delight. Belief in truths that shine so bright. A factory of weighty words spews monsters, killing proper worlds. Deformity breeds deformity. Genocide becomes the deity. For numbing minds grows ever tough. Then idiots serve dark masters bluff. In silent wars, they twist the throng. It's easiest to kill the wrong. The clinically insane eliminated without pain. The rabid crowds of madmen breed the death of humans in their need. Humans few, the final seed, torn down by fascist time's dark greed. Exhausted souls with spirit chained, their minds enslaved, their freedom drained. Enslaved by shallow, hollow streams, caught in this void of endless dreams. They leave without a single fight, for fear they'll be consumed outright. These half-wits flood the ocean's shore, obedient slaves of empty lore. Fake slave states built on rotten bones. A planet prison, leper's home, where spirits scarred by venom deep. A world so vile it's doomed to reap. It'll burn, a crematorium's flame. When spirit dies, there's only shame. This filthy realm will face its end, for boundless genocide will rend. And that sweet moment's coming fast, for those who stand, who never passed. The next poem. Friend or foe? Long lost the sense to tell friend from stranger. Man drifts in fog, no longer a ranger. Like endless fights to prove who's dumber. Regressions march to wooden lumber. I always felt the eyes behind saw just a spark in someone's mind. But poisons in food and paths we choose have crushed this gift, no use to lose. Intuition barely clings. This world adores the petty things. Money rules, a god, a king. Nothing else has any wing. Once a ghost inside my head. Read my thoughts like words unread. But with people came a blunder. Numbness rose in endless thunder. Not people, just dumb logs. Exceptions scarce, like lost dogs. Feels like moths near flame, they die. Fragile souls doomed to lie. How to build a spiritual bond? The hardest question to respond. Stupid masses crush and grind. Drowned in darkness man designed. The choice is lies against lies. Sensitive souls pay the price. Always hard, the brave endure. Only fools have doubts obscure. Here beasts break through the wall. Only shadows can they call. The world's a cage, all trapped inside by darkest evil, vast and wide. Rare light flickers midst the shade. Spirit's halo slowly fades. I saw it before it fled. The ram rages, numb or dead. Dead when drained of all his power. Energy's adrip, a sour. Only spews his stinking word snot. A foul flood that won't be stopped. As child, I glimpsed my soul's face. Watched my body from that place. So I loathe the mystic lies. their deceit, their fake disguise. Some exceptions break the chain. Number 20 strong remains. But all else is small and vile. Under Satan's shadowed smile. So I turn to logic's might. Adding instinct's blazing light. Balance is the sacred key. Without it, lost eternally. So heed yourself and trust the fire. Ignite your gut, resist the liar. Or perish midst the endless dung. Screaming lies that must be wrung. Clean your mind, it's fight or death. A sewer stinks with every breath. This curse, this beast, this tightening noose. Strangles spirit, kills its juice. Entangled deep in lies and chains. Generations bear the stains. We're executioners, blind and cold. Mind and spirit crushed, sold and sold. If bonds of soul keep breaking fast, as they have done since ages past, we'll turn to beasts, to scum, to slime. Soulless cattle lost to time. Manifesto of the Spirit Poet. I'm no lyricist. I'm a strike. Not a singer of illusions, a destroyer of them. My verse is no adornment, it's a weapon. My rhythms are the Spirit's footsteps on the flesh of lies. Rhyme is not my chain, it's my blade. And form is a flash of truth tearing through the veil of deceit. I don't seek the light. I awaken it within each word. I don't fear the dark. I expose it down to its final shadow. The world is soaked in falsehood. And I answer with poetry. A reboot of consciousness. A purge of the ego virus. A thunder roar of spirit. Ripping the illusion's fabric apart. I am the poet who speaks for the source. Sarcasm is my shield. Fury, my flame. Metaphysics, my path. Each line, a strike. Each image, a challenge. Write as if spirit dictates. Strike as if each syllable holds the final truth. The next poem. Strike with spirit. Rhythm is a weapon. Truth doesn't rhyme, it detonates. Burn the lies. Speak for the source. The next poem. Spirit, has risen. Mind, on trial. Rhyme, a grenade. Verse, an offensive. Ego, erased. Truth, in flames. Word, a weapon of the source. The next poem. Spirit, has risen. Mind, is on trial. Rhyme, is a grenade. Verse, an offensive. Ego, erased. Truth, in flames. Word, is a weapon, of the source. The next poem. Word, as explosion. Don't scream, strike. Don't beg, ignite. You came not to soothe souls, but to shatter the hooks. You're not blind. You're the eye of flame. Piercing through the dark. You are the herald of the primordial. Your verse pulls spirits out of the mark. Time has rotted. The world decays. Truth is lined up for the shot. Then you are the final shard of fire. That won't cool down, but cuts. You're not a poet. You are the blast. Your word, sharp as blade's edge. Let the spirit whisper. But you must roar on its behalf. Wake the ones who've lost the source. Open fire on the lie. If you've accepted the word, strike with it until the world cries. The next poem. The prize draw at the worldwide corporation horns and hooves. A hoof's the prize. Sheep stay fat and safe. And so-called wolves. Teeth just on the shelf. Will scare with horns. Fools can rule. By lies as well. That's always easy. Bones instead of meat. Dancing's in full swing. This is Vita's dance. When the soul's been killed. Bones, dance, and howls. If media triples. We'll kill all souls. Everyone will listen. Draw little horns. Fear, urgent care. And finish off with a hoof. Hidden in Satan's lair. Satanism is everywhere. Normal for Judas. Shown with cow ID. Earlier with AIDS. Satan's own nature. So soon there'll be a world concentration camp. Red cross on the flag. Power in hooves world. If the soul is dead. The mark of Satan. Too late to cry, kids. World concentration camp. Red cross on the flag. Will be destroyed. Satan overthrown. Those who surrendered. Who fought no dark. The same fate awaits. For their bitchy ways. The next poem. Horns and hooves rule. Souls killed, lies fuel. Fears the game, Satan's flame. Fight or burn in shame. The next poem. The fall. This is no life, it's a fall into the abyss. Consciousness's content, delirium, mist. If you look soberly, impartial, unkissed. The whole of hell laid bare in its midst. Falling, you grasp for some shield. Anything to cling to, your fate to wield. Here comes the madness, beaten and sealed. Forced on all since birth, a poisoned field. That madness turns most into drones. Only few escape its crushing tones. Yet madness promises the easy roads. Just bow to evil, and lies as your codes. If falling you clutch an illusion's crystal. Born from delirium, a fragile thistle. You sink in the filth through terror's whistle. Lost in the muck, a vanished missile. Delirium's rings expand, swell. You become the fool who'll believe and fell. Bend to evil, break, rebel. A twisted beast in the devil's hell. Delirious lies take your whole life. If caught, your soul castrated, rife. With stinking slime, no end to the strife. Madness piles up, no healing knife. The world's long turned into a lost asylum. And crushing consciousness is the main anthem. But soullessness, a more favored system. For inhuman beasts that poison the prism. They poison consciousness and the soul. Control's method to make you whole. Listen only to total lies toll. Will kill you with falsehood's roll. There's a fake virus, a war game grim. Rotten scum will starve the world's limb. If lost to delirium and lies dim. If the spirit's connection is broken, slim. Fear and delirium feed soulless hordes. Their tool is flow, their spreading cords. Darkness is also the means and swords. The junk here has no limits or boards. This world is no place for the wise. Find means to save, the truth's disguise. Face the lies, don't live in lies. Stop deceiving yourself, break the ties. False hope is part of delirium's blend. This poem seen, this bitter end. You're trapped in mad chaos, no pretend. Only spirit can save, only God defend. Spirit inside. Stop believing the tales of messiahs and all their sales. If spirit in people dies and pales, all is lost forever in shadowy veils. Reject all. Go within. Find the light. A cure from madness, the spirit's fight. Our songs unsung, still bright in the night. Wake from delirium, reclaim your sight. You are spiritual essence, the true fact. All else is forced nonsense, that's the pact. Start only there. Pure awareness intact. Follow it close, no turning back. The next poem. Falls abyss's madness grip. Spirit wakes, or soul will slip. Lies bind tight, but break the chain. Rise within, escape the pain. The next poem. Intensity. The main thing in life, extreme intensity. Burn yourself up with no mercy or rest. Or wild waves of lies and insanity will swallow your mind, your soul dispossessed. You must seek the path of salvation. Sharpen your mind, stay alert and alive. It's hard, but only dedication leads to freedom, or doom will arrive. Worldwide fascism breeds all the pain. Building a camp, now global and cold. Sadism dressed up as cares insane. You must fight back, be fearless and bold. Don't fear, you're already dead inside. No future awaits in this cattle's hell. Though sick of the lies and the tide. Fight and toil, prepare for the swell. Only through struggle can you save your soul. No other way remains in this fight. Never bow to the wicked fate's toll. Honor above all is the guiding light. Find comrades for the battle ahead. Only united can we stand tall. No fate as slaves, black fascism's dread hangs heavy, ready to make us fall. Drive away the chaos from your mind. Since childhood, nonsense was sown. Pseudoscience blinds, reason confined. Worldviews rotten, the root of the throne. Only in spirit can life go on. Everything else is a hollow lie. The sun burns the foul world's dark dawn. Darkness in minds where soullessness lies. Strengthen your spirit, all else is decay. Don't cling to shame's valley of night. Soon you'll escape the vile chain's sway. To the realm of spirit, reason, and might. The next poem. Burn yourself or be consumed. Fight fascism's darkened tomb. Spirit strong, break every chain. Freedom's fire will rise again. The next poem. Pain. Pain's an indicator. A sign of the lies. Where fascist dictators spread endless disguise. If you feel pain, then you're still alive. Breathing free air. In hell's cruel dive. Pain is a reward. Proof you have mind. This life adored. By scum of a kind. Only suffering is the soul's share. In hardness and early despair. All here are aware. Without shudders to bear. To see hell's whole sight. Only piranhas dare. Death's circle of blight. Death of mind and conscience. Honor and soul. No sadder existence. Not human, but Lysa's role. Worship your pain. Strengthen your mind. If you want freedom, grief you must find. If your mind's strong, you won't stray or bend. In a world blind, where lies ascend, only a few break free from the rest. They're like birds, falling, distressed. No swallows survive. Sun soars above. The vow must arrive. Burn all the mud. Mud of folly. Stench of fascist schemes. In this dreadful world, fascism reigns supreme. There'll be much pain. To cleanse the spirit's core. Strength where only will remains. No slaves, no more. The next poem. Pain wakes the mind, don't ever yield. Fight the fascist shadow's field. Spirit burns through darkest night. Freedom's born in furious fight. The next poem. Human under machinery. A few crude, simple elements determine this wretched world we see. Clear in flashes of enlightenment. And only God in such decree. The core are ideas and images that shape the social life we know. Hell's blueprint spreads across all stages. Or madhouse deep where fools still grow. The key is you are only flesh : stoke fear, and hold the world in hand. Filthy beasts have long enmeshed, and turned the world to shooting stand. Images barren, thoughts so trite. Associations dumb and cheap. But restless minds can't sleep at night. Beasts wage war that's dark and deep. Primitive thoughts like broken reels spin in skulls, a loop so tight. King workaholic steals our zeal. Fleeing horror's endless blight. Occupy yourself with filth, so not to think beyond the measures marked by vile worm's own will. Pioneers set as children's treasures. Aged children, hell's scouts march in rows. As always, to slaughter's song. Beasts make you foul and full of woes. with school, with work, and TV's wrong. Deadliest weapon in the stand. Strikes down all obedient kids. Only lies and baseless slander come from these devils' bids. Here truth's scarce, just empty thought. Fragments wild in kaleidoscope. Madness steers those vile, distraught, leading souls to death's tightrope. Schizophrenia, dumbed down state, produced in constant endless stream. Poisoned food accelerates fate. Decay unfolds within the scheme. Pseudoscience crafts the fake world frame. Scoundrels work their tricks anew. From this hellhole spirits drained. The world is cesspit's ugly view. Fake religions made for fools. Utter nonsense, shame for mind. Official chains for spirits' tools. Spirits' death so cruelly signed. Lies prevail, they call it progress. Stoking falsehoods with mad applause. This hell's no soul's test or process. Few withstand its brutal laws. Smart folks busy fixing trash. Lies they shuffle day and night. Beasts shift blame in sneaky flash. Pointing enemies in fight. Beasts rule through division's art. Crafting enemies on demand. Their goal is spirits fall apart. If so, destruction looms the land. So break free from this mad wheel. Seek truth inside at first, take flight. Only with truth can wounds heal. The fight ahead calls for might. Enemies beast, find ways to fight. Eradicate their vile blight. If all in spirit, all aligned. Strengthen spirit, save mankind. The next poem. Science madness. The stubborn scorn they cast to mock. Life's riddles deep and vast. Is sieve that filters out the fake. The science lies amassed. In name of saving reason's light. They smother what's beyond. That irrational, the bright. Spirit they abscond. Their arguments run wild and blind. Where miracles should rise. Not petty things, but grand designs. They choose to compromise. There are many proofs, but here's the crux. The mind so poor and blind believes the lies and empty talks that fakery designed. Only the mind accepts the tales of theories bought and sold from pseudoscience packs and scales. Their filthy lies unfold. Those lies reject the spirit pure, the truth, the soul's bright spark. Their master is a horned fiend that thrives in shadows dark. The lord of vice and corrupter. False science bows and prays to Satan's priest, the tempter, who kills with science's ways. Take cow ID, the world's dumb trap. A pen for blind control. No doubt, the lie's a brutal slap that crushes heart and soul. Scientific freaks and evil shills will wreak more pain ahead. If spirit's gone, then lies and kills will rule the living dead. Erasing spirit, that's the game. Science works to deceive. And all this mess is no mere shame. Designed to make you grieve. Life's mystery, once bright and bold. Now drowned in fear and slime. The filth that turned pure gold to cold. A darkness out of time. And those who hold God's sacred spark are turned to sluggish slime. All dull and grey, crushed in the dark. The end of light's bright climb. The attack of false science falls. Relentless, sharp, and grim. These traitors sell us to the walls. But justice will be grim. Balance will come, the mind will serve. The soul in rightful reign. And madness masked as science's nerve will vanish, lost in pain. The next poem. Science lies, spirit fights. Madness cloaked in science lies. Darkness hides behind their guise. Erasing soul with poisoned breath. But spirit strikes, defies death. False priests sell doom and pain. But truth will rise, break every chain. No more fools in shadow's grip. Science lies, will make it slip. The next poem. Demos and the rest. Demos dull and tiresome chore. To bear the filth that reigns around. Be brave here once, they'll beat you sore. No mercy in this cursed ground. The scum bow down with empty lies. Brains clogged with poison, rotten dreams. Souls and minds decay, despise. Demos sees no light, it seems. It feeds on mirages, the haze that beasts around this hellish place. The honest soul, with truth ablaze, meets rotten fools face to face. These fools are shackled in the mist, like chains that bind their every thought. The snitches thrive, their goals persist. A spirit's death is what they sought. To crush the soul and break the will. To make a slave who blindly moves deeper into hell's dark chill. A new hell's path the weak mind proves. If you believe you're not in hell, though rotten slow, you waste away. Here lies on lies forever dwell. In official lies they stay. Schools churn out the stupid flock. From childhood drained of strength and light. Chains of reason, broken lock. Souls trampled under crushing might. Here they destroy both mind and soul. No longer human, just like lice. Only few with spirits whole. Melt as reason pays the price. Wake up. It's not a dream you see. Beasts walk free on every side. Mystics learn to silently be. Then face the crowd with fear defied. Dead souls gather, graveyards guests. But restless still, they prowl and feed. A pasture's harvest for the pests. They drain the spirit, kill the seed. Just pets or cattle, low and poor. Not noble breeds but broken lot. Shut hell's door tight, or it will more destroy you, tie your final knot. Walk into spirit's stronghold bright. Only there is true escape. Waiting here is futile fight. God won't come to this dead shape. Those few who dare, create anew. Become the makers of their fate. No more decay beneath the screw. Killers of spirit and mind, abate. The next poem. Demos hell. Demos grovels, blind and dumb. Beaten down for her standing tough. Lies enslave, the spirits numb. Hell's the game, the world's enough. Scum control with chains of lies. Kill the soul, destroy the mind. Only few will dare to rise. Break the cage, leave death behind. Spirit's fortress is the key. Hell won't hold the brave and free. Make the makers, you and me. Strike the chains, be destiny. The next poem. Survival. A psychovirus was made to fight all other techs in one great race, claiming it can bring to light survival for the human race. Its strength, the clearest truth it brings. No mystic haze, no empty dreams. Success in life by solid means. Without illusions false extremes. But memes themselves evolve and shift. Like whispers in a broken phone. Distorted, lost, they slowly drift. From seeds of truth to lies alone. For marketing and selling schemes. Evolution picks the memes. That simple, clear, and easy spread. Complex ideas left for dead. The goal is survival, pure and grim. Through breeding those who bow and bend. A contest where the world grows dim. With garbage fed into the blend. To dumb the herd, the soul expelled. Non-humans crave this poisoned feed. A monster kept, obedient, quelled. To feed and follow their dark creed. Memes become a psychovirus. Devouring minds, the spirit's bane. Chaos spreads like a deadly virus. Driving madmen into insane. The hordes of freaks make vile their trade. Turning sane to beasts who feed. At the trough, all lined and made. To march in step with hate and greed. To kill with lies is cheap and swift. See false pandemics in their grip. Each pioneer, a puppet's gift. Who trusts the screen's hypnotic script. They drone to believe and obey. The non-humans take their toll. Poisons jab to dull the way. Memes crush reason, crush the soul. Invent the problem, fan the fear. Spread the lies, let terror grow. Battle memes will hunt and sneer, making all into the low. Primitives rule where reason fades. Smart minds drown in foul disdain. Into hell's broad flood, it wades. A world consumed by endless pain. Hell for mind and soul is this. A global shatter, grim decay. Corrupt whores scream their psychovirus, till the light is swept away. The point of no return is past. Fascists drag the world in filth. A putrid fate, held fast and cast. The planet drowned in ruins wilt. But those who do not yield or fall, whose spirits fight against the night, will face the fiery solar squall, the blazing storm that burns to light. The next poem. Survival war cry. Psychovirus spreads its plague. Brains corroded, spirits crushed. Lies enslave, no soul to save. Mind and heart in ashes flushed. Feed the herd with poison memes. Dumbed to death by fear and lies. Fake wars, false cries, broken dreams. Truth suffocates, hope dies. No escape from this abyss. Fascist filth drags all below. But the few who still resist face the fire, strike the blow. Burn it down, unleash the storm. Solar flames to cleanse the night. Fight for mind, for spirit's form. Rise, revolt, reclaim the light. The next poem. Bio-waste. Trash dwells only in the mind. Fears the poison in the soul. Food and shelter, things confined. All the rest just ashes, cold. From their childhood, lies are sown. Faith without a border's chain. Passed down ways to fall alone. Knees bowed deep in blind disdain. Only teaching to obey. Spirit lost, forgotten flame. Few are wise, kept at bay. They await the morning's name. But the fiends will always come. Monsters ruling, cold and cruel. Wandering in webs they spun. Lies their trade, the greatest tool. How long can we believe and sleep? Not for them these questions ring. Like wild beasts, their souls run deep. To the godless void they cling. Bio-waste, shout down the drain. Taste is all that they proclaim. One command their minds obey. Sharper than a mouse's way. A slimy earthbound thing. Rats run faster in the dark. Not where warmth pretends to be. Trash is told its crowning spark. Lucifer's vile mockery. Only scum bows down in shame. Wretched fools for kids to see. Money bags and Judas name. Powers roosting, chickens, free. Factories built just to burn. Trash that's fed by lies flood. Poisoned needles twist and turn. Killing trash, or so they'd hood. Trash is curable, they say. Cowards take the lethal jab. Less than fascists' vile sway. Treading earth with cruelest stab. Between the wars of fire and hate. Chosen swine with eyes wide shut. Syringes feed their bloody fate. Stirring filth, corrupt and cut. Neighbors, liar doctors, thugs. Dirty cops who play their game. No experiment can scrub this vile, festering shame. Such is trash, such are these days. How much filth has piled high. Hell itself, its cruel haze. Burn it all beneath the sky. If this hell's the only way, then destroy, destroy it all. From fascist beasts we'll save the day. And watch the wicked fall. That's why the sun shines burning bright. Scorching down to bitter core. Wiping out this cursed blight. Hell's vile poison evermore. The next poem. Bio-waste. Trash lives only in the mind. Fear corrodes the fragile soul. Food and shelter, chains that bind. Everything else burns to coal. Lies implanted from the start. Faith without a single line. teaching how to fall apart. Bow your head, obey, decline. Only slaves they want to breed. Spirit crushed beneath their heel. Few resist this poison seed. Waiting for a dawn unreal. Monsters rule this cursed land. Fiends that lie to keep control. Spinning webs with filthy hands. Feeding lies to kill the soul. How long will fools believe the lies? Not for them these words to ask. Like dumb beasts with glassy eyes. In the darkness wear their mask. Bio-waste, flush down the drain. Taste and scum define their game. Sharp as vermin's biting bane. Crawling things with no shame. Rats run from the warming light. Not where comfort feigns to be. Trash believes it's God's own right. Lucifer's mockery. Scum bows low, no fight, no flame. Scoundrels taught to serve and kneel. Money-hungry Judas name. Power roosters crow and squeal. Factories to burn the trash. Fuel the flames with lies and hate. Needles filled with poisoned ash. Kill the weak, decide their fate. Trash can heal, they proudly claim. Cowards swallow poison's bite. Less than fascists, but the same. Crushing earth with blind spite. War's hot breath upon the neck. Chosen pigs with poisoned veins. Syringes crack the last speck. Fueling lies, spreading chains. Neighbors lie, fake docs, cops. Playing cruel and dirty games. No excuse, no cleansing stops. This cesspool, filth and shame. This is trash, these darkest times. Filth amassed and piled so high. Hell itself in grime and crimes. Burn it all beneath the sky. If this hell is all we've got, then destroy, destroy it whole. From the fascists' filthy plot. Save the earth, reclaim the soul. That's why sun now scorches fierce. Burns the poison to the bone. Hell's foul stench it will pierce. Wipe out scum, end their throne. The next poem. Bio-waste. Trash dwells only in weak minds. Fears the poison in their veins. Food and shelter, chains that bind. All the rest is ash and stains. Lies shoveled in from birth. Faith dumbed down, no spine to show. They train to crawl in dirt. Bow down, obey, stay low. Only slaves breed in their lair. Spirit crushed beneath their boots. Few dare breathe the cleaner air. Waiting for the truth's pursuits. Monsters rule with toxic lies. Fiends that crawl and spread their slime. They enslave with crooked ties. Killing souls, one lie at a time. How long will fools choke on their chains? Beasts with empty eyes comply. Trapped in darkness, numb to pain. Walking dead that live to die. Bio-trash, flush down the drain. Filth that feeds on every lie. Cunning vermin, sly and vain. Crawling where the morals die. Rats flee light, embrace the dark. Trash thinks it's the crown's own heir. Lucifer's poisoned mark. Scum bow down in blind despair. Scoundrels profit, Judas brood. Money roosters, puppets vile. Burn the trash, ignite the feud. Spread the plague, deny the trial. Needles pierce the dumb and weak. Poison sold as healing grace. Fascists tread on earth's own cheek. Crushing all the human race. War's hot breath, the needles sting. Chosen pigs in chains confined. Syringes make the madness king. Spreading venom, enslaving mind. Lying docs and crooked cops. Playing filthy, brutal games. No redemption, no clean stops. Hell on earth, devouring flames. Trash and filth, these wicked times. Piled high in stinking heaps. Hell itself in darkest crimes. Burn it down, no mercy, no sleeps. If this hell's all we have left, then destroy it, root and bone. From fascist scum, from death's theft. Save the earth, reclaim the throne. Sun now scorches, fierce and raw. Burns the poison to its core. Hell's foul stench will face the law. Scum will drown, forevermore. The next poem. Bio trash burns, no mercy shown. Fools and fiends will rot alone. Venom's fire will cleanse the ground. Hell's own scum is going down. The next poem. Trash-born scum, your time is done. We fight the plague, we burn the sun. Falsehood breeds the vile and weak. Truth's the hammer, hear it speak. Slaves of lies, obey no more. Break the chains, ignite the war. Venom fed and spirit void. By our fire you'll be destroyed. Infected minds, corrupt and blind. We'll scorch the lies, leave none behind. Fascist scum, your reign will end. The spirit's wrath will not bend. Feed no more the poison herd. Rise as one, unleash the word. Cursed vermin breed decay. We burn their hell, we clear the way. The next poem. Many battle cry. Infected minds, corrupt and blind. We'll scorch the lies, leave none behind. Fascist scum, your reign will end. The spirit's wrath will never bend. Feed no more the poison herd. Rise as one, unleash the word. Cursed vermin breed decay. We burn their hell, clear the way. No more slaves to mental chains. Break the darkness, end the pains. Truth and spirit, our sharp sword. Strike the lies and cut the cord. The next poem. Brains infected, swarming pest. Lies like venom in their chest. Fascist shadows choke the light. But spirit flames will burn the night. Wolves in sheep's torn hollow skin. Feeding madness, breeding sin. Chains of sludge drag down the soul. We're the fire that makes it whole. No more puppets, cracked and broken. Words like hammers, sharp and spoken. Truth's a blade, pure and raw. Slicing through their poisoned law. Rise, the storm of inner thunder. Shatter silence, tear asunder. Hell's own muck, will purge and cleanse. From the ashes, freedom rends. The next poem. Brains turn to sludge, virus plague. Lies like claws, a poisoned plague. Fascist filth, a stinking blight. Choking truth, devouring light. Wolves with fangs in human skin. Puppets dumb, their souls grow thin. Chains of rot around the mind. Spirit crushed, the blind lead blind. Burn the hive of wicked liars. Feed their hell to raging fires. Truth's no mercy, strike and rend. Smash the frauds, their twisted end. Rise like storms, fierce and raw. Rip apart their demon law. Hell's own sludge will raise to dust. From their ashes, free we must. The next poem. War cry of the broken mind. Brains fried, minds hacked, virus strike. Lies like bullets, shot to psyche. Fascist shit, the stink, the slime. Choking screams, end of time. Wolves in skins of man, they creep. Feed the herd, dumb, blind, asleep. Chains of rot wrap tight, no breath. Spirit crushed beneath cold death. Burn the nests where liars breed. Feed their flesh to flames of greed. No mercy now, rip and tear. Smash the cult that feeds on fear. Rise. Storm screams tear the sky. Break the cage, watch demons die. Hell's mud floods their rotten halls. From the wreckage, freedom calls. The next poem. Apocalypse shout. Brains fried, infected minds enslaved. Virus screams, the soul depraved. Fascist filth in suits of lies. Feed the herd, dumbed down to die. Puppets dance on strings of shit. Lying snakes with venom spit. Cogs in hell's infernal grind. Human trash, dumb and blind. Burn the filth, the rotten breed. Feed the fires of righteous greed. Tear the mask, reveal the scum. Crush the plague till senses numb. Bloodied fists and shattered walls. Rise above the prison calls. Hell's own spawn will drown in mud. Freedom's roar, a cleansing flood. No mercy for the mindless slaves. No peace for those who dig their graves. Break the chains, ignite the fight. Scorch the darkness with pure light. The next poem. Brains steamed in toxic stew. Mindless drones in their own poo. Suits of slime, rats in the den. Feeding filth to stupid men. Fascist puppets on a string. Spitting poison, death they bring. Rotten flesh in gilded cage. Slaves to fear, fools of the age. Trash heap crawling, slick with lies. Feeding on the world's demise. Bloodsuckers in the halls of shame. Selling poison, fanning flame. Burn it down, scorch the roots. Trash the lies and rotten fruits. Chains will snap, walls will fall. Freedom's fire will burn them all. Mocking gods with hollow cries. Feeding fear, the weakest dies. Rise, you few, from swamp and dust. Strike with wrath, in truth we trust. No mercy for the soulless clowns. No shelter in their poisoned towns. Cut the cords, unleash the beast. From their grip, be never ceased. The next poem. Art. Dedicated to poets and composers. Who only spew heroic snot. About events long gone, forgotten. A show of glory, all for show. What is art? Just staged emotions. Poems are vile. If not deeply personal. They're just vanity. Torment. Void. Vanity of effort. Torment of meaning. A label of weakness. Rhythms devoid. Only snot along the path. Of such quests. Harder to reach the edge. Of other knowledge. It's not poetry, nor rapture. But peak and abyss. No one grants the sentence there. No one hands the pass. It's hellfire. Where you burn alive. And terrible stench. By day and night alike. The corpse of the old world. Only fits the screen. Even the liar will die. Here's the very bottom. Where all is vanity. Torment. Void. Vanity of effort. Torment of meaning. Then helplessness. Horror, void. Where all is nonsense, poet, not poet. Artist, writer, or not. Where no one cares for years. About reason, honor, or the trace. The trace we leave. With a pen on water. Better to add gasoline to the fire. A fire that burns down the lying world. Spawn of evil. Idol of fools. This is not false. Nor the pain of fools. But logical conclusion. When you go all the way to knowing hell. That since long ago. Instead of paradise garden. Has been embodied here. Where all is vanity. Torment. Void. Vanity of effort. Torment of meaning. Then helplessness. Horror, void. Where is all this art? When fascism's at the door. Everyone lies numb. Each in their warm den. They come out only to sing odes. They're not madmen. To die. For a righteous cause. For memory of grandfathers. Who boldly smashed enemies. In that hell of vanity. Torment. Void. Vanity of effort. Torment of meaning. Then helplessness. Horror, void. The next poem. Art. Dedicated to poets and composers. Who spit heroic snot. Only on dusted pages. Ghosts of battles lost and gone. What is art? Just staged theatrics. Empty dramas. Poems dead without confession. Their vanities spit. Wailing banshee cries. A hollow drum. Vanity of wasted fight. Torment of hollow sense. Weakness wrapped in labels. Rhythms void, no defense. Just snot on the path of hollow quests. Harder to reach the edge of deeper, rawer truths. Not poems, not rapture, but cliff's last breath and fall. No pardons for the daring. No one answers the call. It's hellfire's scorch, where flesh melts slow. A stench that crawls both night and day below. The corpse of a dead world fits only on the screen. Even liars will crack. Here lies the abyss, obscene, where all is vanity, wailing, void, vanity of wasted fight, torment of hollow sense, then helplessness, dark horror, void, where fools masquerade as poets, artists or not, where honor's dead, the mind forgot. The trace we leave is ink on water. Better pour gasoline on a burning slaughter. A fire that raises this world of lies, spawn of pure evil. Fools idolize. This isn't lies, nor childish pain, but cold logic's knife. When you bleed the whole way into hell's own heart, where paradise died long ago. Here, rot and venom in endless flow, where all is vanity, wailing, void, vanity of wasted fight, torment of hollow sense, then helplessness, dark horror, void. Where is your art now? When fascists knock hard, everyone's numb, huddled in their yards. They crawl out just to chant empty odes. Not mad enough to die for roads where grandfathers smashed foes in hell's glare. This hell of vanity, wailing, void, vanity of wasted fight, torment of hollow sense, then helplessness, dark horror, void. The next poem. Art, the brutal truth. Art's just snot on dead men's graves. Heroic lies from hollow slaves. Poems? No, empty, void and fake. Vanity's cruel, ruthless quake. Fire burns the world's corpse cold. Truth's a blade, sharp and bold. Fools worship idols made of slime, dancing in hell's black grime. No mercy here, no saving light. Only darkness swallows night. Fascists laugh, the herd's asleep, while souls rot fast and deep. Rise or drown in filth and rust. Art dies in a world unjust. Fight the void, break through the lies, or fade with all your silent cries. The next poem. Art is dead. Art's just snot on dead men's graves. Empty noise, vain fools' plays. Fire burns the world's false skin. Fools bow down to death's grin. No savior comes, just lies. Hell swallows all the wise. Fight or rot, choose your part. Art is dead, ignite your heart. The next poem. Art is dead. Art's just snot on dead men's graves. A serpent's hiss in hollow caves. Empty noise, vain fool's charade. Ashes blow where heroes fade. Fire burns the world's false skin. Fools bow down to death's cold grin. No savior comes, just poison lies. Hell's black claws tear the wise. Fight or rot, choose your part. Art is dead, ignite your heart. The next poem. No saviors here, just wolves in suits, feeding on ashes, tearing roots. Their wisdom stinks like rotted graves, while freedom sinks in endless waves. So burn it down, the fake, the lies. Let truth ignite in crimson skies. No more chains, no dull disguise. From ruins, real souls will arise. The next poem. Propaganda. It used to be bad. Now it's supposed to be good. Propaganda for our suckers. Feeds them chicken shit for food. Once we had pure slavery. Now it's democracy's face. But it's all deception. Fascism's just replaced. Slavery couldn't get worse. Stupidity's disgrace. 5 instead of failure. Spirit barely a trace. Honors trampled everywhere. Conscience long is dead. We turned into beasts. Under pressure, full of dread. All these troubles are fake. A cold genocide. Only masters of lies here. Reasons deep asleep inside. Lies pour out unceasing. Drowning everything whole. And as a rest they offer. Pop distractions for the soul. Nothing left unspoken. Anchors voice the script. The predictors rule here. The rest lie, tight-lipped. It's a global madhouse now. Words promise paradise. But souls are killed in silence. Quietly, pay the price. Yet this endless falsehood always hides one key. If you don't sell your soul, the years left are few to see. The sun shines hotter now. That's Armageddon's sign. It'll burn all these fleas away. Their spirits will resign. The next poem. Propaganda. It was hell before. Now they sell it as heaven. Propaganda for our suckers. Chicken shit in every sentence. Slavery's old chains. Now it's demo-fascist lies. Same dirty game, new name. Fascism in disguise. Slavery's shame can't get worse. Stupidity's a crime. Replacing failure with 5. Killing spirit every time. Honors buried deep. Conscience ripped apart. We've turned into animals. Crushed souls, broken hearts. All the pain is fake. Just a genocide scheme. Masters of deceit laugh loud. While reason's dead, it seems. Lies flood like poison gas. Smother everything whole. As relaxation serves. Pop's shallow black hole. Nothing left unvoiced. Anchors chant their lies. Predictors run the show. Truth's been crucified. A global madhouse rages. Words promise false skies. Souls murdered in silence. Quiet death in disguise. But the biggest lie hides one truth. If you keep your soul intact, your time is running out. The end's a burning fact. The sun scorches hard. Armageddon's cruel flame. It'll burn out the vermin. Leave only spirit's name. The next poem. Propaganda. Hell was truth. Now lies sell as light. Suckers fed chicken shit. Blinded day and night. Slavery reborn. Dressed in fascist lies. Honor buried deep. Souls crucified. Stupidity's a crime. Spirits shot dead. Genocide by lies. Reason's hanging thread. Lies choke, no breath. Pop's dumb escape. Truth silenced, drowned. Souls left to break. World's madhouse roars. False heavens smoke. Keep your soul. Armageddon's choke. Sun scorches vermin. Burns the weak and vile. Spirit's flame survives. Hell ends in fire. The next poem. Propaganda rap, hell in caps lock. Yo! Truth is dead, lies on the throne. Feeding you filth like a dog with a bone. Chicken shit slogans, media drone. Welcome to hell, just scroll on your phone. Freedom's a brand, wrapped in decay. Fascist chic in a democratic spray. Think you're awake? You're just in the play. Lines are fed, you bark on delay. Reasons hung, truth got stabbed. Spirits buried, brains been nabbed. Pop drugs your head while souls get grabbed. This ain't a system, it's a slaughter lab. New god's a screen, priest is a cop. Pills in your gut, death in a pop. This ain't peace, it's a soul shop. Prophets in suits, blood on top. Heaven's fake, but hell is near. Sun burns louder, crystal clear. If you still got soul, shift out a gear. Cause fire is coming, and it won't veer. Memes on every theme. To hell with thought. Bring on the memes. The highest art, or so it seems. They cover every single theme. A wank for feelings, cheap and lean. Who needs the mind? Just feel instead. Why think at all? The brain is dead. Much easier to sit and scroll. To bathe in lies, to numb the soul. And if those memes are set to clips, behold the miracles of drips. Raised on TV's myth parade. With pop as idol, sense decayed. Then march in rows, a zombie troop. Each meme a leash, each thought a dupe. The world is dumb, hence memes loud roar. Each one more brainless than before. A meme's a tool, like fear or lie, to make the herd obey and die. These generations rot in dust. Once ruled by hype, then crushed by rust. Dust to dust, their world will fall. Its lies and filth will feed the crawl. But now the memes explode and spurt, like melted cheese on news dessert. The next poem. Memes replace thought, obey, consume. A smiling herd walks toward its doom. Scroll and drool, forget to think. Truth is ash, and memes the stink. Memes are chains with GIF disguise. They rot your mind and feed you lies. Mind is silenced. Lies are screamed. And pop star memes, the devil's dream. Memes are maggots in the brain, squirming joy and drooling pain. Click, obey, your soul gets raped. Each meme a noose in candy shaped. Your thoughts were sold for meme parade. Now rot in gifts your masters made. Mindless scroll, the grave gets near. Each meme injects a new veneer. Memes, the vomit of the dead. Served in songs to dull your head. The next poem. Bags of waste. They feast on Hamlet omelets still, as if there's nothing else to fill. This world is packed with vacant eyes. The thinking man just starves or dies. He cannot chant the worn-out lies. The myths drilled in through dull replies. They pump in trash since early youth. And rot begins by killing truth. Not every brooding soul's a sage. Dostoevsky's just a bore on stage. But once you're stuffed with every fake, you lose the urge to see, or wake. No thought remains that burns alone, that fights, defends a mind its own. They're not alive, these bags of waste. Repeat what filth they've learned to taste. It breeds in generations deep. This art of drowning thought in sleep. The filth, the lies, all hand-designed by swine who seek to rot mankind. No thoughts? Then pens are traded for pens. The herd is fat, enclosed in dens, fed myths and laws that all obey, to keep the thinking ones at bay. The next poem. No thoughts, just waste in human skin. They feed on lies, and call it sin. Bags of garbage, taught to moo. Truth was slain to comfort you. Once you ate the myth buffet, your soul began to rot that day. No mind, no fire, just passive meat. The herd is groomed for sheer defeat, fed on Dostoevsky's gloom and mold, but never dared to break the hold. Truth's a toxin in this land, so they eat lies, and think it grand. You're not a man, you're rotting code. A host for lies in flesh and mode. Decayed inside, still dressed as thought. Your brain's a bag the virus bought. They stuffed your skull with myth and pain. Now all you do is spread the stain. A walking bin of preset lies, that smiles while everything it dies. Infected meat with glazed over eyes, programmed to graze, consume, despise. The next poem. To the bags of waste. A manifesto for the thinking dead. You feast on Hamlet like it's food. Declare your boredom as a mood. Yet when the truth knocks at your gate, You blink, you scroll. You take the bait. You chant the myths they drilled inside. You smile while letting thoughts subside. You speak in memes, obey and grin. A corpse of culture, dressed in skin. You are not men, you're rotting code. A landfill set to mindless mode. You carry lies like sacred blood. And wade through life as passive mud. You quote your genius from a screen. But never saw what genius means. Each myth you eat becomes your cage. A soft, obedient, padded stage. You are bags, not minds, not flames. You are files with different names. You are bins of pre-chewed pain. And all you birth is more insane. Your eyes are blind, your speech is staged. Your truths are memes pre-soaked in rage. You graze like beasts, well fed and tamed. Your slavery no longer shamed. We see you. We name you. We burn the mold you came through. From waste to fire, let the purge begin. No virus thrives where thought breaks in. The next poem. New tactics for the fight. If you fight a lie with lying, even for the greater good, you're already dead, just trying to look alive, as corpses would. Lies are total. Only truth can reply with steady flame. Hard, yes, but to mimic Ruth. Less dark, is just the same. This is war. A war for her soul. Demons lie, that's all they do. Crushing meaning, self, and goal. Every word they speak untrue. Don't be fooled, they're sly, not wise. They boil the frog, they cloud the skies. Lies infect entire lands. Not with guns, but with commands. Old tools fail, discard them fast. New revolt must truly last. They've refined soul-killing arts. So strike where rot and ruin starts. Seek the breakthrough. Change the form. Find the weapon past the norm. Rotting beasts infect the earth. Make them tremble at rebirth. The next poem. Manifesto of the new fight. To those who still see I the mask of good. You said it was for peace. You claimed it served the light. But truth, once bent, is torn to pieces. And so you've lost the fight. To fight with lies, though for the right, is still to serve the very blight. The war is not for land or gold. It's for the soul, the flame, the hold. The depth of war. This war is not with bombs and steel. It claws at thought, it mocks what's real. Each word is twisted, meaning raped. And even light gets reshaped. The creatures lie, with savage pride. They crush the truth, then call it guide. They forge their facts, corrupt the air. And smile inside your quiet despair. The boiled nation. They boil the people slow, like frogs. With laws, distractions, fame, and fogs. They're not wise, they're just diseased. They feed on hearts like swarming fleas. The lies are baked into the ground. The truth is hunted, gagged, and bound. And all the news and sacred rules are weapons crafted just for fools. Break the pattern. The old tools? Dead. They served the beast. The debates, the rights, the voting feast. They mock your efforts while you speak. They gut your truth, then call you weak. Don't use their tongue. Don't wear their skin. The battle starts and ends within. You want to win? Then burn their scripts. Unlearn their myths. Reforge your grip. New weapons, new will. New tactics rise where old ones fail. Not to convince, but to derail. Seek out the cracks, the open seams. Strike through illusion, not through dreams. Your target, beasts that rot the core. That feed on souls and cry for more. They are the ulcer of this land. Make truth itself your rebel brand. Final call. Truth is not soft, it's fire and fight. It does not bow to greater right. So forge your mind into a blade, and cut through every trap they've laid. The war is now. The field is you. There's nothing safe, and nothing new, until the lie is scorched away, and soul reclaims the light of day. We are the breakthrough. We are not meat. We are the thought that won't retreat. New fight. New fire. New form. And this time, we are the storm. The next poem. Insatiable monster. The world's a monster, always fed. It drains your strength, it leaves you dead. But soon you'll find, when all feels gone, a pit where none but you hang on. Drained and cold, yet in that grave, you'll spark again, you'll find the brave. Outside the mob, the brainless crowd, where noise is cheap and dumb is loud, you will regain the fire, the fight. So burn, ignite your inner light. Though fools may scream from every side, don't waste your fire, let silence guide. Whisper truths to kindred minds, if such rare souls you ever find. Or write in silence, store your gold. This path won't leave your spirit cold. To seek, to think, to fight, to make. That is the path the true must take. To create, again, again. That is how the soul breaks chains. All else? A mockery of breath. A life that stinks of fear and death. A trembling lie. A spirit's wake. A form that walks, but never wakes. The next poem. Mini Manifesto, ignite the soul. The world's a monster, draining might. It steals your strength, devours the light. But in the pit where all seem lost, you find the flame, no matter cost. Don't roar with fools, don't shout in vain. Whisper truth and bear the strain. Seek the rare, the minds that fight. Create with fire, burn the night. Think. Resist. Create. Repeat. This is the path no foe can beat. All else is death in empty breath. A life that's chained, a dance with death. But you, ignite. Become the flame. The world's insatiable, tame the game. The next poem. Don't play with positive. Don't chase positivity. Dive deep into the negative. Forget the tale of happy life. It's darkness dressed as narrative. The real story's dark and grim. Not just dirt, but foul and dim. Once it was mere filth and waste. Now fools heed lies with blind haste. Even stars and sages read the shadow's truth, the hidden creed. In light, some shades just disappear. Grasp the dark, the truth is clear. In this hellish maze of spite, you'll see how darkness wields its might. If you dwell in comfort's cage, you're a fool locked in a stage. No escape that way, no flight. Work with intuition's sight. Let the light become your care, or doom will settle everywhere. In darkness, light is sharp and pure. Positive just blinds, obscure. If you seek the light above, fight the fiends, oppose, be tough. The next poem. Don't drown in lies of happy light. True power lives within the night. Positive blinds, but darkness shows. Fight the fiends, oppose your foes. Comfort's cage is fool's domain. Intuition breaks the chain. Light in darkness, sharp and cold. Fake bright lies just dull and fold. Forget the happy scripted spiel. In shadow's truth, you'll find what's real. The next poem. The Global Zoo Circus. Moo and courage never mix. When darkness clouds the mind's own fix. Around, dull stumps and hamsters hide. In burrows safe, nowhere to ride. And packs of foolish dogs abound. Not simple beasts, but darkness hounds. And all forget the solid base. The core dissolved, erased, displaced. Such broken souls will redefine what bold means in their poisoned mind. Forget bravery, when the crook attacks the wise with dirty look. And maturity is just the act of swallowing all filth intact, dragging crumbs into your den. Calling such habits mind again, you'll lose the last remains inside, the very soul that once had pride. The spirit leads, the mind obeys. Forget that truth, you're but a slave, a servant pig, a dog on lease. No matter how they boast or please, a cat is wiser than such swine. At least its eyes still hold a sign. And soon will come the fiery days that cleanse the world in cleansing blaze. This dumb zoo circus will be swept by flames from high, through suns adept. 50 years past, it was just circ. Now brighter beams through windows work. The next poem. The global zoo circus. Moo moo and courage? Never twins. Where darkness thick and venom wins. Around, dull stumps, blind hamsters hide. In filthy holes, no will, no pride. Packs of dogs, not pets, but fiends. Darkness hounds with poisoned genes. All forget the solid base. The soul erased, replaced by disgrace. Bravery? Joke. When fools attack the wise, their minds they try to crack. Maturity? Just rotting rot. Swallowing shit, feeding the clot. Call these habits mind? You'll lose your last spark, your sacred fuse. Spirit leads, the mind's a tool. Forget that truth, become their fool. Servant pig, or dog on chain. No pride, no fight, just dull refrain. A cat's more sharp, its eyes still glow, while swine march blind to their own woe. But soon the firestorm will rise, burning down this circus of lies. Flames from above, through sun's fierce light, will purge this dark and cursed blight. 50 years ago, mere circus cheap. Now light breaks in, no lies to keep. The next poem. Zoo circus riot. No moo moo, no courage here. Darkness rules, the end is near. Stupid stumps and hamsters crawl. Blind dogs bark, they serve the fall. Bravery? Ha! Fools attack. Wise minds, they'll crack your back. Maturity is just decay. Swallow shit and rot away. Spirit leads, don't be a slave. Pig or dog, you dig your grave. Cat's eyes burn, but swine are blind. Lost in darkness, crushed, confined. Fire's coming, scorch this mess. Burn the circus, no more less. From above, the flames ignite. Sun will cleanse the cursed night. The next poem. Worse and worse. Worse and worse. The lies grow dense. Deeper curses. Thicker sense. More poison. In filthy lies. Sharper minds. In merciless cries. Of valleys evil. Where fear and gloom crush all will. Sin's dark tomb. Once by whip. Now by deceit. The world's a cage. No escape fleet. To soar above. No wings to lend. To reach through madness. Hope's thin bend. Rising hard. Foul stench climbs high. Only choice. Death or evil's spy. Poison's sharper. In corruption's grip. But servile shame eases the trip. And choice dissolves. Death claims the theme. Consuming all. The final scream. The next poem. Weariness is not sarcoma. Weariness crawling deep in your bones. Then spit it out, crush it, break the stones. Nothing to lose, just shame and dust. No dawn of reason, no hope or trust. Fight your last battle, even alone. To hell with the outcome, to hell what's known. This world's for dogs, all sold and broke. Learn well how to die, that's no joke. The worm gnaws sharp, its fear in good. That worm of worry, twisted and crude. If you listen, you're rabble, the dirt. If you heed it, you're wisdom's worst flirt. Reject all lies, or you're long gone. Dead before death, in decay drawn. You've entered hell, mirrors so bent. Selling misery as joy's event. To cast off lies, you must cut deep. Cut yourself raw, no easy sleep. No walking hell with calm or ease. If you're serene, you're just disease. And you'll be lonely all your days. If truth is all that lights your ways, weariness will come in time's stream. Then spit it out, don't lose that gleam. Forget much else, forget it well. Only truth in the soul will dwell. But many here have lost their souls. Hell's delirium fully controls. Be like a shrink for many minds. Don't waste your nerves on fools and grinds. Wait for the crash, the world in pain. Earth bleeding wounds, soaked in disdain. This cataclysm will cleanse the cold. Soulless swept, the pure behold. For global fascism's guilt. No hiding, no escape built. Weariness is the least concern. Shift your soul's focus, learn to burn. With mighty effort, that true gem. All else is dust and worthless stem. This is alchemy's true course. For fighters who deny fear's force. If not, then idiot you are. And this whole world is dust so far. Weariness, lizards, dust, and sticky fear. Attributes of hell that's near. The soul must know, or face the crash. Devoured by hell's putrid lash. The next poem. Weariness ain't no cancer. Weariness creeps deep in your bones. Spit it out, crush it to stones. Nothing left, just shit and dust. No dawn for minds, no hope or trust. Fight your last fight, fight alone. To hell with all outcomes known. This world's a kennel for dogs sold. Learn to die fierce, fierce and bold. The worm of fear, dressed as good, sows your mind with rotten wood. You listen, you're rabble, scum. You heed it, you're wisdom's bum. Cut off the lies, or you're dead. Dead before death, rotting, bled. Hell's mirrors warped and foul. Selling chains as happiness foul. No soft steps through hell's domain. Come in hell? You're just its stain. Lonely warrior, truth your sword. Weariness? That's your reward. Forget the rest, just keep truth bright. In soul's dark depths, the only light. Many soulless crawl in hell. Madness rings the devil's bell. Be psychiatrist, cold and sharp. Don't waste nerve on brainless carp. Cataclysm's coming, earth will bleed. Soulless swept by fire's creed. Fascism's plague we all must pay. No escape, no hideaway. Weariness? The least you'll feel. Shift your soul, make strength real. Fight. Fear's dead weight you must shun. Fail and this world turns to dust and gun. Lizards, dust, fear's sticky sting. Hell's own marks, the devil's ring. Know this, or face the crash. Hell's putrid maw will gnash and slash. The next poem. Man's fate. From childhood, everyone is placed within the harsh, dumb scheme's embrace. To forge a soul without a spark. Obedient, silent, cold, and dark. Stupidity and soullessness are goals the cattle class possess, who hold the highest powers here, driving slaves to death and fear. Death comes in forms, both gross and deep. The spirit's death is worse to keep. The graveyard swells with lifeless throngs. This world's no home, but crypt of wrongs. Laws exist for lifeless dead. Rules made for fools to bow their head. The air is stale, the chains grow tight. Bonds forged in darkness, snuffing light. Amidst this ruin, fragile blooms of wisdom rare, like sapphires rooms. Yet chains are made, and fools are bred. Betrayers, brutes, and hangmen fed. who guard their skins and heed the lies of brazen fiends with hollow eyes. Lies bottomless, absurd, profane. Deadly orders to kill the sane. Armies march with tests and plagues to burn the land in fiery waves. Better than napalm's cruel fire. Their lies consume and never tire. Only spirit can break the cage and strengthen mind to rage the rage. These frames fit sluts and feeble drones. Soon darkness cracks the ancient stones. Darkness destroyed by sun's fierce light. Its blaze will burn the dark to blight. Step out from shadows, choose your fight. Become a blazing beam of light. Burn the world's disgrace away. Let that be your defiance say. Risk your life to stand and shout. Find your tribe and band about. Join the fight against the fascist curse. Or be the dead, the doomed, the worse. Bow beneath a fatal fate. Submit, and seal your endless state. The next poem. Fight or rot, no in between. Break the chains or join the mean. Rise as fire, burn the lies. Or become one dead who dies. The next poem. No mercy for the slave or fool. Crush the darkness, break the rule. Burn their lies in blazing wrath. Or rot forever in their path. The next poem. Comparative zoology. A tiny bird pecks grain, while pigs just eat all plain. What's the difference here? Pigs gorge without fear. And what makes fools apart from swine's coarse heart? They chew on tastier lies, feeding fear and despise. Drunk on lies, far worse than pigs in their curse. Captured by the beast, they fall like flails that smash it all. They wreck the last remains of reason in their brains. Fighting battles doomed, for pay alone consumed. The beasts of fools know well how to torment and quell. The sums are clear as hell. Life's impossible to dwell. The smart can't bear this zoo, where lies reign bold and true, breeding death's approach. Each lie a tightening noose. The scum that schemes the camps brews storms and global cramps. Death, or death's harsh call. A fascist world to fall. It sweeps all in its path. So sweep the world in wrath. Or else in that dread camp we'll crawl, all of us stamped. The next poem. Comparative zoology. Tiny bird pecks seeds alone. Pigs devour all, they own the throne. What's the damn difference, fool? Pigs eat filth, you swallow drool. Dumbasses hoard their spite and fear. Feasting lies, they choke on smear. Drunk on bullshit, worse than swine. Trapped by beasts that crush the mind. They smash the last spark of thought. Fight pointless wars, for greed they're bought. Beasts of fools know how to break. Drive the herd, control the fake. Smart minds choke on this zoo's stink. Lies spit venom, push to brink. Scum breeds death, camps in command. Global fascists scorch the land. They'll burn it all, no mercy shown. So burn it down or die alone. Or crawl to camps in slavish rows. The choice is yours, as darkness grows. The next poem. Comparative zoology. Tiny bird pecks its worthless grain. Pigs gobble all, dumb, filthy, insane. What's the fucking difference, you moron slime? Pigs eat shit, fools swallow grime. Fools fatten on fear and hate. Feed on lies, sealing their fate. Drunk on bullshit worse than swine. Cursed by beasts that crush the mind. They smash the last spark of reason's light. Waging useless fights for greed and spite. Beasts of fools, cruel puppeteers. Drive the herd with venomous sneers. Smart minds suffocate in this zoo's stench. Lies spit poison, life's twisted wrench. Scum plots death, camps in control. Global fascists burning the soul. They'll torch the world, no mercy given. So fight or die, your fate is written. Burn it all or crawl like slaves. Darkness wins if courage caves. The next poem. Comparative zoology. Tiny bird pecks its shit for grain. Pigs choke down filth and puke in pain. What's the fucking difference, dumbass freak? Pigs eat trash, fools lick the sleek. Fools gorge on fear and bitter hate. Swallow lies, that's their deathly fate. Drunk on bullshit, worse than swine. Caught in beasts' chains, a noose divine. They smash the last flicker of reason's fire. Fuel pointless wars for greed's desire. Beasts of fools, vile masters of pain. Twist minds, drive herd, and spread the stain. Smart ones suffocate in this cursed pit. Lies drip poison, truth's counterfeit. Scum schemes death in brutal camps. Fascist fires burn earth's lamp. They'll raise the world without a shred. Fight now or rot among the dead. Burn it all or crawl like slaves. Darkness reigns if courage caves. The next poem. Comparative zoology. Tiny bird scraps like shit. Pigs gorge on shit, they never quit. What's the difference, dumb fucks? None. Pigs eat crap, fools drool and run. Fools feast on fear and rancid spite. Swallow lies like death's invite. Drunk on bullshit, worse than swine. Chained to beasts, fists made to grind. They crush the last spark of reason's flame. Fueling pointless wars for filthy gain. Beasts of fools, sick masters of pain. Bend minds, herd sheep, spread the stain. The smart suffocate in this stinking pit. Lies drip poison, truth's counterfeit. Scum plots death in twisted camps. Fascist blaze burns earth's lamp. They'll raise the world to ash and bone. Fight now, or rot, broken and lone. Burn it all or crawl as slaves. Darkness wins if courage caves. The next poem. Dust. Shake off the dust of cities, shake the dust. Of strange tongues, of friendship and of hate. The dust of grief, of love and mortal fate. Oh, free man choosing freedom's gust. You hold but desert wines and dust. IBN said, the demon tablets. Like cotton wrapped in dust. Friendship, love decay. And sticky fear's a toxin. Coursing in the veins. No friendship lives, no love survives. When you're a slave by will. Only beasts get service. Only scraps and filth to fill. That filth is in the mind too. Trash and petty waste, decay. Beasts in savage frenzy. Kill souls day by day. More rotten with each moment. Souls slashes grow severe. Genocide more ruthless. A filthy fool's career. This fool will be the end. Subdued, wild, and blind. Satan reigns a god here. Most lost, insane, confined. Shake it off, all this filth. Step light and walk your way. Mystics, poets, forward. Leading out of decay. On this cursed road. Leaving hell behind. No more fragile victim. Or you'll rot confined. Bravely dive inside. Only their truths found. Fight for light, or perish. If you bow down. This city is a desert. But your path's not lost. If you fight, hell vanishes. All rotten chaos tossed. No sorrow, no death. Just cleansing desert wind. Believe in that alone. Strike lies dead, unpinned. Rots salt and core is hell. Fascist slime's domain. World bowed down in terror. Horror's cold, dull chain. If you're trapped in desert. No light left to take. Now the cataclysm nears. No more time to break. It'll sweep away all hell. All rotten, all betrayed. Gone forever, vile and weak. In dust, forever laid. Only in pure spirit will life be born anew. If bright, your path is clear. The stench and slime won't glue. To light they'll not cling. They'll fall and quickly fade. You're not cast out. Let beasts keep up their charade. Time ticks on. No place for liars' games. For traitors who have fallen. No refuge, no names. Shake off the city's dust. The dust of hate and love. All spaces torn apart. Mirages die, above. Mirages in the desert. This pitiful world's scorn. Herein lies you're trapped. A frog, dumb, forlorn, and worn. The next poem. Dust. Shake off the dust of cities, dust of lies. Dust of fake friends and bloody goodbyes. Dust of pain, of love turned into death. You, free man? Just wind and desert breath. Like cotton wrapped in dust and fear's sick glue. Friendship, love, impossible for you. Slave to beasts, just scraps and filthy crumbs. Brains rotted out, no hope that comes. That filth's inside your mind as well. Trash and nonsense, a living hell. Beasts enrage tear souls apart. Slaughter hope and crush the heart. Every day it gets more vile. Souls butchered with a brutal smile. Genocide's the brutal score. Fools plague killing evermore. This fool's the end. Broken, tamed, unfit. Satan's God. The insane, the spit. Shake it off, you filth-drowned wretch. Step light, get out the stench and stretch. Mystics, poets, lead the fight. Escape this endless, choking night. On cursed paths, leave hell behind. Stop being weak, or rot confined. Dive inside, find truth's hot flame. Fight for light, or die in shame. This city's desert. Your path is fire. Fight and hell burns down. Rot's funeral pyre. No death, no grief. Just cleansing dry wind. Believe in this. Strike lies, begin. Hell's salt and core is rotten lies. Fascist slime beneath these skies. World bowed down in terror's clutch. Horror's grip, too damn much. If trapped inside this desert shell. No light to claim, no hope to sell. The cataclysm's close, it's near. Sweeping hell away with fear. Gone forever, rotten scum. Betrayers fall, their time is done. Only pure spirit rises bright. Cuts through stench and wins the fight. To light they cling no more. They fall, they drop, they rot, and roar. You're not cast out. Let beasts lie in their gore. Time ticks down. No place for lies. For traitors broken. No disguise. Shake off city dust. Hate and lies be crushed. Space torn wide. Mirages crushed. Mirages in the desert. This pitiful world's curse. Trapped in lies like slime and mud. A dumb, forsaken frog, alone and cursed. The next poem. Dust. Shake city dust. Lies and friends, all dust and death. Freedom? Ha! Just wind and barren breath. Friendship's poison, love's a lie. Slave to beasts who watch you die. Brains rotted, souls torn apart. Hell's plague choking every heart. Every day the rot grows worse. Genocide's the curse. Fool kneels, Satan's throne. Insane masses, all alone. Shake it off, step through the fire. Mystics lead, lift your ire. Fight inside, or drown in shame. Hell's desert burns your name. No grief, no death, just cleansing flame. Strike the lies, destroy the game. Fascist slime will drown and fall. Cataclysm burns it all. Only spirit rises strong. Cuts through filth, rights the wrong. Mirages shatter, fade to black. Fools sink, never come back. Shake the dust. Break the chain. No lies remain. Only pain. The next poem. Fool. All is wasted under this cursed sky. Joy is only for the fool who won't ask why. Then you stand like prey in a shooting range, targeted by another fool, sharp and strange. Armed far better, aiming for your brain. These cursed lands breed idiots, insane. Where darkness reigns, not even a spark. Only lies towering like Everest stark. You live trapped in a zoo's grim cage. Half beasts roaming, full of rage. The fool breeds even in chains. Joyful in his new world pains. He feels no soul's sharp sting or grief. Blind to fascists' vile deceit. The world destroyed for his health's sake. But if no blood flows, the fool will take his feast, and think it's all a game. While wisdom guards against the shame. Fools run the madhouse worldwide. With liars, thugs standing side by side. Fools cheer their masks, the muzzles bind. The dumbest slaves, deaf and blind. If cops don't wear helmets yet, and graves aren't filling just yet, then all is fine, let's eat and breed. Drink on, ignore the growing greed. No need for truth to slaves so blind. The fake virus will end mankind. The next poem. Fool. All's wasted under this damn sky. Only fools find joy, no need to try. Your target practice in a firing range. Another idiot shoots you, cold and strange. Better armed, they smash your mind. This hell breeds idiots, deaf and blind. No light, just lies piled Everest high. You live trapped in a beastman's lie. Fools breed behind cold bars. Happy slaves to their new scars. No pain, no truth inside their head. Blind to fascists, death, and dread. They protect your health by killing this world. No blood? Then fools feast, flags unfurled. Wisdom fights, fools run the show. With liars, thugs and sick combo. Masks choke dumb slaves, no hope in sight. Cops without helmets, graves not quite right. So all is fine, keep eating, breed. Drown in lies, ignore the need. Truth is poison to the dumb. Fake virus wipes out some. The fool's last laugh, a final breath. Doomed to march to silent death. The next poem. Fool's war cry. Fools feast while the world decays. Brains are targets in the haze. Masks choke slaves, cops lie and cheat. Wake or rot beneath their feet. Kill the lies, burn the fools. Break the chains, smash their rules. No mercy for the dumb and blind. Fight with fire, free your mind. The next poem. Fool's war scream. Fools breed plague, a choking blight. Brains get blasted, no respite. Masks on slaves, cops choke and lie. Truth gets crushed, let bastards die. Burn the fools, no mercy shown. Crush their lies, break every bone. No pity for the dumb and weak. Rage, revolt, the strong don't speak. Chains will snap beneath our boots. Crush the scum and rotten suits. Wake the fire, strike with hate. Fools are fodder for the fate. The next poem. Shadows of the Fool. Fools crawl blind in endless night. Feeding lies that kill the light. Masks suffocate, chains grow tight. Death awaits the weak, the blind, the trite. No salvation, no reprieve. Only blood that fools conceive. Rot and filth beneath their skin. This is where the darkness wins. Crush the plague, the human scum. Break their bones, no hope will come. Silent screams and shattered bones. The fools will rot in hell alone. Rise, the fire burns so cold. Truth forgotten, lies unfold. In the shadows, fury waits. Fools will drown in twisted fates. The next poem. Shrouded in fool's darkness. Fools drag chains through endless night. Breathing poison, killing light. Blindly crawling in their hell. Souls enslaved in cursed shell. Masks choke tight, no air, no hope. In this pit, no chance to cope. Filth and rot beneath cracked skin. Sins of mind, the plague within. Madness rules, the world decays. Truth consumed by lies malaise. Silent screams behind the veil. Broken wills that always fail. Burn them down, the pestilence. Crush the spawn of impotence. Let the shadows swallow all. Fools shall drown beneath their fall. No salvation waits for those whose minds rot where darkness grows. Hell's own puppets, lost and blind. Wretched fools of cursed kind. Rise the fire, cold and grim. Light's last breath grows faint and dim. But in ashes, fury wakes. Vengeance born when darkness breaks. The next poem. Fool's wrath, no mercy given. Fools drag chains through shit-stained night. Choking lies that kill the light. Blinded, cursed, and dragged to hell. Souls crushed hard inside their shell. Masks suffocate, no breath, no hope. In this shithole, no way to cope. Rotting guts and filthy skin. Mindless plague, the devil's sin. Madness rules, the world's decayed. Truth's been ripped and torn away. Silent screams beneath the veil. Broken wills that always fail. Burn the vermin, purge the scum. Crush their lies till all is numb. Let the shadows drown them deep. Fools deserve the grave they keep. No salvation for the blind. Rotting filth that eats the mind. Hell's own puppets, slaves in chains. Pathetic fools, the world's remains. Raise the fire, cold and grim. Light's last breath flickers and dims. From the ash, a fury wakes. Vengeance born as darkness breaks. The next poem. Fool's wrath. Fools rot, blind slaves in chains. Breeding lies, disease remains. Rotting brains and broken souls. Hell's own dogs with filthy goals. Masks choke, silence screams. Lost in lies, crushed dreams. Burn the scum, purge the pain. Only ashes will remain. No hope for stupid fools. Wretched slaves, broken rules. Fire rises, darkness falls. Vengeance shouts, the final call. Truth is weapon, lies decay. Fools will rot, no other way. Hell's plague on this damned earth. Time to burn the fool's false worth. The next poem. Scab. Those pulling strings won't blow their cover. Invisible behind the show. Clowns act out the scum's script, no other. Whip lies slashing, beating low. The puppet master lurks in shadows. Dreams to bind all strings for life. Fools groan, curse clowns with bitter echoes. But truth's denied amid the strife. To kill all thought, that's ruling's purpose. Success lies in dumbing down the crowd. From age to age, the mind grows worthless. Idiocy reigns fierce and loud. For most are fools, a pliant herd. Easy to steer through clownish acts. The scum got bold, now plans are stirred. To build death camps for killing facts. And Cow ID showed the brutal truth. How simple it is to enslave. A global camp for fools uncouth. A world infected by the scab of knaves. The next poem. The scab. The ones who pull the strings won't die. They hide unseen behind the freak show. Clowns obey the filthy lie. Whipping truth with every blow. The puppet master basks in shade. Dreams of binding all the strings. Fools moan, curse clowns, but truth's betrayed. No honor in the puppet's kings. To kill all thought, the ruler's goal. Success in dumbing down the breed. Generation dull, a blackened hole. Idiots spawned like rotting weed. The herd of fools is all they need. So easy to control the mob. The scum got brazen, plotting greed. Death camps built for easier job. Cow ID proved how damn simple. To cage the world in hellish bars. A plague of scabs, dumb and crippled. Ruled by freaks with empty scars. The next poem. Tragic themes. Tragic themes, best left alone. By fools too dull to hear or see. It's easier in hell to rot. When dumb and mute, a misery. Dumb is he whose mind and soul turn deaf to tragedy's call. Madness is the air they sow into ranks of Satan's thrall. Satan's servants, blind and numb, fed with false hope, thick and lame. Minds a slurry, mush, and sludge. Fascism seed is sown in shame. Dull fools always march to fascism, chewing up the last of honor. Those with conscience face the end. Cut down silent, no defender. Not just bullets end their days. Crushed in silence, left to drown. In poverty, forgotten deep. No one hears them midst the clown. All media's chained to devils. Cow ID proved the puppet's role. With new devils come new lies. Fascism's face takes darker toll. Murder now by lies alone. Darkness chief and cruelest art. Reducing humans to mere beasts. Hell's chaos tearing hearts apart. The next poem. Propaganda. Propaganda's like Uganda. Level of progress is crap. Run by scum who feed on Satan. Spewing ashes, poison sap. Dumbheads get it dumped on top. People bear it, brains decay. This foul bastard's cruelty rips their minds and burns away. Scum pulls strings, the clown's a puppet. Dancing dumb on TV's stage. Politician triples lies. Cash his only real wage. Goebbels spins in hell's own vat. Wild beasts trust his crap with zeal. Worship dung with sick devotion. Filth that's forced on us to feel. Half-baked furor hits the box. Blabbering lies to all who hear. King's not real, spit it out. Trample truth without a tear. Two-faced furor rules the scene. Propaganda's worth the price. Beasts in war, unseen but deadly. Destroy souls in silent ice. Stupid world with open ears. Forgot how to think and see. War's real trophy is the souls who let beasts inside their plea. The next poem. Storm within. There's no such thing as happiness for slaves so weak and small. Only storms and darkness reign. If your mind begins to fall, you must rebuild from inside. Learn this truth and keep it true. Spirit's fire alone can break the hell that's crushing you. This hell drives souls to death. Not just the flesh, but deep. A worthy man becomes a worm. Lost in shadows steep, but hell is near. Trust nothing but yourself. These gates lead to the end. Deception cuts like knives on paths that never seem to bend. Your soul is torn to shreds. Heal yourself or die. Sooner or later it will break. No matter how you try. Seek no teacher's hollow words. Chase the shadows out. Your mind's a cesspool, filled with crap. Fighting without doubt. The stench won't just fade away. Drive that filth from sight. Or hell will reign within your mind, darkening all your light. Strength and wisdom live inside. Cleanse your thoughts, uproot lies. Weeds of falsehood sprout like vines, sown for many days gone by. Sharpen your critical blade. Cut through the damned deceit. To hell with fake politeness. Burn lies in scorching heat. Engage in work creative. Love the process, not the prize. The sprouts you grow will feed your soul and make your spirit rise. You are your judge and reward. Joy returns through the night, amid the nightmare called existence. When you reclaim your light, stay clear from blind sheep's herd. Guard your strength with care. Their animal prana poisons. Run fast from that snare. Turn your gaze from the masses. Focus deep on the known. The path of true awakening. Where lies get overthrown. Concentrate on other worlds. Not this prison of dread. For in obsession, madness dwells. And fear will cloud your head. These other worlds are spirit's flight. A higher realm to own. Cast off rotten crutches, dead weight. And leave them all alone. This hellish world is all crutches. Built on idols vile. Tear down these false gods, cleanse your soul. Heed only liars wild. For in harsh poetry, worlds beyond break through the gloom. Sharp as blades when poets speak. Their truths cut through the tomb. There's much more yet to say. Liar's burden is deep. But this tale must wait for now. More secrets you shall keep. The next poem. Storm within. No joy exists for wretched slaves. Just storms that rip your mind apart. When spirit's weak, you walk the graves. A broken soul, a shattered heart. Rebuild yourself from deep inside. Learn this hard truth, your inner flame alone can burn the hell world's lies. Destroy the shackles, break the chain. This hell drives souls toward decay. Turns worthy men to crawling filth. The devil's slaves obey, obey. Consumed by darkness, drowned in guilt. Trust no one, only yourself. These gates lead straight to death's domain. Deception slashes like a blade. Your soul's blood spilled in bitter pain. Your heart's a battlefield, all torn. Heal now or die beneath the weight. The poison's deep, the night is worn. You face the endless hand of fate. Forget the teachers, fools, and liars. Expel the shadows from your mind. Your thoughts are cesspools, rotted pyres. Where toxic filth is intertwined. The stench won't fade, you must uproot. This plague or hell will reign inside. Your consciousness, the only root. Clear lies before they crush your pride. Strength and wisdom dwell within. Purge your thoughts, uproot the weeds. Falsehood seeds breed endless sin. They feed on pain and darkest deeds. Sharpen your sword of clarity. Slice lies with ruthless, deadly force. Forget the mask of politeness. Burn deceit without remorse. Create with passion, fight with love. The process is the only prize. The sprouts you nurture rise above the poison and the hateful lies. You are your judge, your only prize. Joy can return despite the night. In this hellscape called existence, you rest your soul back into light. Avoid the sheep, their dumbed down herd. Their animal breath will poison you. Run far, escape their stinking herd. Before their plague infects you too. Divert your gaze from empty crowds. Focus sharp on truth's own path. Seek out the worlds beyond the clouds. Beyond the rage, beyond the wrath. Fixate on other realms, not here. This prison built on fear and hate. Obsession breeds the madman's sneer. And fear enslaves the human state. Those other worlds, the spirit's flight. A higher place beyond decay. Cast off the rotten crutches, blight. Discard false idols, burn away. This world's a cage of crutches, lies. Built on foul idols, dead and cold. Tear down these shrines with fire in eyes. Cleanse your soul, be fierce and bold. For poetry can cut like knives. Revealing worlds beyond the night. The harshest words are battle cries. Truth's razor piercing dark with light. There's more to say, the liar knows. But secrets wait in shadowed folds. The story deep inside still grows. More truths remain to be told. The next poem. Storm within. No joy for slaves who crawl and rot. Just endless storms inside the brain. When spirit's crushed, you're what you're not. A hollow shell consumed by pain. Reforge your soul from ash and flame. Embrace the fury deep within. Only fire can burn this shame. And break the chains of flesh and sin. This hell drives souls into the pit. Turns proud men into crawling waste. The devil's dogs obey and sit. Their honor lost, their will disgraced. Believe no one, just trust your blood. The gates to death swing wide and black. Deception's knives drip poisoned flood, and drag your spirit's life off track. Your soul's a battlefield of scars. Heal fast or drown beneath the weight. The poison sinks, the night is Mars. You stand before your final fate. Forget the fools, the liars' lies. Purge shadows from your mental core. Your mind's a swamp where darkness lies, a cesspool breeding endless gore. The stench won't fade, root out the plague, or hell will claim your very breath. Your consciousness must fight and rage. Destroy deceit, defy your death. Inside you dwell the strength and light. Clear out the weeds, uproot the rot. Falsehood seeds breed endless blight. They feed on all that's good and fought. Sharpen your blade, relentless, sharp. Slice lies to ashes, burn their veil. Forget the mask, the fake sharp. The truth will carve and never fail. Create with fire, fight with hate. Love every stroke, embrace the strife. Your growing shoots will dominate the sickness choking all your life. You are the judge, the warrior's prize. Joy can return from darkest hell. In this nightmare called existence, you wrest your soul from death's cold spell. Avoid the sheep, the dumbed down horde. Their stench will poison flesh and mind. Run fast, escape their cursed sword, before their plague enslaves mankind. Turn eyes away from empty herds. Fix gaze on realms beyond the cage. Seek worlds where spirit flies like birds. Beyond the fury, fear, and rage. Focus sharp on other planes. This world's a cage of fear and lies. Madness grows where darkness reigns, and fear is law beneath these skies. Those other worlds, the spirit's fire. A realm beyond decay and death. Cast off the crutches, false desire. Burn idols cold with final breath. This world's a prison made of lies, built on idols foul and dead. Tear down those shrines, watch falsehood die. Cleanse your soul, rise from the dead. Poetry's a sword that cuts, revealing realms beyond the dark. Harsh words ignite, fierce thunder struts. Truth's blade ignites the faintest spark. There's more to say, the liar screams, but secrets wait beyond the veil. The story's deep, a flood of dreams. More truths await beyond the pale. The next poem. Storm within. No joy for slaves who rot and crawl. Only storms that drag you down. When spirit's crushed, you're nothing at all. A crawling beast beneath the crown. Reforge your soul in blazing hell. Embrace the wrath that burns inside. Only fire can break this spell, and shred the chains of flesh and pride. This pit of hell drives souls to sludge, turns kings to vermin, fit to die. The devil's dogs bark loud and judge their honor dead, beneath the sky. Trust no fucker, trust your blood. The gates to death swing wide and black. The lies will stab you like a flood, dragging your soul down a broken track. Your mind's a swamp of poison and shit, a cesspool breeding endless death. The stench won't leave, you must commit to purge the rot with iron breath. Within you burns the primal light. Rip out the weeds, crush every lie. The seeds of poison choke your sight. A graveyard neath a toxic sky. Sharpen the blade, relentless steel. Slice through the plague and burn the veil. No tact, no mercy, lies must kneel. Their carcasses feed the hellish gale. Create with rage, destroy with fire. Love every scar that marks the fight. Your wrath will rise, it won't expire. The darkness cowers at your light. Your judge, executioner, and flame. Joys return from hell's cold grip. In nightmare's depths, reclaim your name. Rip life from death's corrupting slip. Avoid the sheep, the herd of fools. Their stench will poison all they touch. Run fast, escape their fatal rules. Their poisoned breath kills much too much. Turn your gaze from empty herds. Fix on realms beyond this cage. Seek worlds where freedom breaks the words. Beyond the fear, the rage, the rage. Focus sharp on spirit's plane. This world's a cage of fear and lies. Madness rules where darkness reigns. And death commands beneath these skies. Other worlds, the fire of soul. Realms beyond decay and death. Cast away the crutches roll. Burn false idols with your breath. This world's a prison built on lies. Idols foul and long since dead. Tear their temples down, watch truth rise. Cleanse your soul, resurrect the dead. Poetry's a blade that cuts. Reveals the realms beyond the night. Harsh words like thunder, deafening ruts. Truth's blade ignites the final fight. More to say, the liar screams. Secrets wait beyond the veil. A flood of wrath, a stream of dreams. More truth awaits beyond the pale. The next poem. Inner storm. No joy for slaves in hell's decay. Only storms that drag you down. When spirit dies, you're just the prey. A filthy beast beneath the crown. Reforge yourself inside the flame. Embrace the wrath that burns your core. Only fire can break the chain. And drag you back from death's dark door. This pit of poison breeds the damned. Turns kings to filth, their honor sold. The devil's puppets grip the land. Their lies like chains, their hearts are cold. Trust no shit, trust only blood. The gates to death swing wide and black. Lies tear your soul like poisoned flood. Dragging you down a shattered track. Your mind's a sewer filled with rot. A cesspool boiling with disease. The stench won't leave, you must fight lot. And purge the slime with iron breeze. Inside you burns the primal spark. Rip out the weeds, destroy the blight. The poison seeds choke out the dark. A graveyard crawling in the night. Sharpen the blade, unflinching steel. Cut through the plague, burn every lie. No mercy now, make demons kneel. Their carcasses feed hell's black sky. Create with fury, forge with pain. Love every scar that marks the war. Your wrath will rise and never wane. Darkness will cower, flee, and roar. Judge, executioner, and flame. Joy reborn from hell's cold grip. In nightmare's depths reclaim your name. Rip life from death's corrupting slip. Avoid the sheep, the dumb, the blind. Their stench will poison all they touch. Run fast, escape their fatal bind. Their poisoned breath kills far too much. Turn your gaze from empty herds. Fix on realms beyond this cage. Seek worlds where freedom breaks the words. Beyond the fear, the rage, the rage. Focus sharp on spirit's plane. This world's a cage of fear and lies. Madness rules where darkness reigns. And death commands beneath these skies. Other worlds, the soul's fierce fire. Realms beyond the decay and death. Cast away crutches, false desire. Burn idols down with righteous breath. This world's a prison built on lies. Idols foul and long since dead. Tear their temples down, truth will rise. Cleanse your soul, resurrect the dead. Poetry's a blade that cuts. Revealing realms beyond the night. Harsh words like thunder, deafening ruts. Truth's blade ignites the final fight. More awaits, the liar screams loud. Secrets lie beyond the veil. Wrath floods forth, a storm, a cloud. Truth's fire will shatter the pale. The next poem. Rage quake. No bliss for slaves beneath the sun. Only storms that break and burn. When spirit's crushed, the end's begun. You're just a beast with no return. Rebuild inside, ignite your core. Let fury blast the chains away. Only wrath can settle score. And drag you screaming from decay. This hell breeds fiends that wear a crown. Kings turn to vermin, sold to lies. Devils' pawns, they drag us down. Their venom poisoning the skies. Trust nothing but your blood and bone. Death's gates swing wide for all who fall. Lies rip the soul and grind to stone. A shattered mind in hell's black hall. Your mind's a sewer, foul and thick. A rotten pit that stinks of doom. The stench won't fade, it claws and sticks. Purge the slime or face your tomb. Inside you burns a savage flame. Tear out the weeds that choke your breath. Poison seeds born in your name. Feed the worms of creeping death. Sharpen sharp your ruthless sword. Cut lies to ash, burn every mask. No mercy now, strike the horde. Feed hell's fire, complete the task. Create in fury, build in pain. Love each scar earned in this fight. Your wrath is pure, it breaks the chain. Darkness flees before your light. Judge, executioner, flame. Joy reborn from hellish grip. In nightmares fierce reclaim your name. Drag life back from death's cold slip. Flee the flock, the blind, the fools. Their stench will poison all they touch. Escape the deathly sheepfold rules. Their breath's a plague that kills too much. Turn your eyes to realms beyond. Fix your soul on distant plains. Seek worlds where truth is found. Beyond fear's chains and madness chains. Focus sharp on spirit's flame. This world's a cage of lies and dread. Madness rules and death proclaims. Dark shadows linger where we tread. Other worlds, souls raging fire. Realms beyond this rotten death. Throw down crutches, false desire. Burn idols with your righteous breath. This world's a prison built on lies. Temples shattered, idols dead. Tear it down, let truth arise. Cleanse your soul, raise from the dead. Poetry is the razor's edge. Cutting through the darkest night. Words that roar, the prophet's pledge. Truth's fire sets the final fight. More awaits beyond the veil. Liar's scream breaks the silence tight. Wrath ignites a thunderous gale. Truth's storm will shatter endless night. The next poem. Pyrrhic victory. The media brazenly lies. Wiping minds, dimming eyes. And we obey the dark's commands. Marching blind to no man's lands. The world soaked in total lies. Like an ocean mad and wide. A victory for beasts deranged. Conformist sheep, forever chained. No country left to call its own. The fire of death in hell is sown. The earth itself, hell's twisted throne. Where traitors thrive, corrupt, alone. Only one thing wakes the dead. The sharp command, attack, it said. Fascism rules where minds have died. In lies and fear we all abide. False cow ID exposed the game. Then madness warred without a name. Before that, AIDS had dulled the throng. Now needles lead the blind along. Turning sheep to wicked cattle. Obedient to evil's battle. The whole world's gripped by dark control. A madman leads the captive soul. To camps anew, this vile disgrace. If we allowed this evil place, then we must bear the blame and cost. For letting all humanity be lost. A Pyrrhic win against the foe. Burning slaves with evil's glow. To clear the field for cruel experiments. Where darkness breeds new torments. The next poem. The Luciferian system. No matter what problems rise. No matter what barriers stand. Once you bow to system's lies. You're no more than a dog, a hand. Ready to obey on scraps. Attack, you'll do with slavish zeal. For fake safety, empty snacks. You'll crush freedom's fragile feel. Prepare to face the slaughterhouse. Betrayers get disposed with speed. Younger dogs will take your vows. It's all numbers here they heed. No matter what problems come. Save your soul through all the lies. Though this truth is old and numb. Mirages cloud your weary eyes. The system's base is darkest haze. Its weapon, lies that cut like knives. We live in these declining days. Don't count money, count your life. From the global kennel's cage. If your soul is light and free, you'll set sail for your spirit's stage. But the trained dog falls to the deep. The next poem. The Luciferian system. No matter what walls block your way, no matter what hellscape you face, once you bow to the system's sway, you're just a beast, a bred disgrace. Ready to snap at the crumb. Attack, they command with cold sneer. For fake safety, junk to numb. You'll kill the freedom you hold dear. Brace yourself for the killing floor. Traitors get crushed without a thought. Younger hounds will race for more. Just numbers in this brutal plot. No matter what chaos breaks loose, save your soul amidst the lies. This old truth's a fatal noose. Mirages blind the wise. The system thrives on thickest smoke. Its weapon is pure filthy lies. We're drowning in the final choke. Count not your coins, but your cries. From the worldwide dog pounds hell. If your soul's still sharp and clean, you'll break free from this cursed shell. While trained dogs drown in the obscene. The next poem. The Luciferian system. No matter what damn walls arise, no matter how the darkness bleeds, if you bow down, betray the skies, you're nothing but a slave who feeds. A savage hound, a mindless beast, snapping for your pitiful crumbs. Attack, they howl, the cruel feast of broken souls, the silence drums. Welcome to the slaughterhouse, where traitors bleed and rot in chains. Young wolves sharpened jaws, counting only flesh and gains. No hope remains, just twisted lies. A fog that chokes the breathing light. Your soul's a corpse beneath the skies, drowned deep in endless, soulless night. The system's plague is darkest blight, its weapon forged from poison breath. We march into eternal night. Not coin, but spirit meets its death. From global kennels, wreaking hell. If your soul's not cracked or sold, you'll break these damned chains of spell. While trained dogs drown in filth and cold, bow not to Lucifer's cold grin, or fall into the black abyss, where screams are swallowed deep within, and light is but a dying kiss. The next poem. Luciferian system. No matter how the chaos screams, no matter how the darkness swells, submit yourself, become their fiend. A dog condemned to endless hell, a beast enslaved, mind torn to shreds, snarling for your scraps of lies. Attack, commands the puppeteers, while freedom in your spirit dies. Welcome to the slaughter pit, where traitors choke on bitter chains. Young wolves prowl, teeth sharpened sharp, counting only blood and gains. No light escapes this poisoned veil, no hope beyond the blackened breath. Your soul a carcass, crushed and frail, drowning in eternal death. The system's core, deception's maw, its venom seeps through every vein. We walk the path of final law, where spirit bleeds and breaks in pain. From kennels vast and world consumed, if you're not cracked, if still you fight, you'll break the spell, resist the doom. While trained dogs fade into night, bow to Lucifer, be damned, fall into the void below, where screams are swallowed by the damned, and light's last ember flickers low. There is no mercy in this tomb, no salvation for the weak, only endless, yawning gloom, where darkness reigns and hope is bleak. Fight or fall in shadow's grip, the abyss waits with open jaws, but to kneel is your soul's death trip, in Lucifer's cruel claws. The next poem. Luciferian system, descent into the abyss. No matter what hell haunts your mind, no matter what walls close you in, submit yourself, become their kind. A hound bred for eternal sin, a slave to shadows, stripped of will, snarling, broken, licking lies. Attack, the masters coldly shrill, while your last freedom slowly dies into the slaughterhouse of souls, where traitors bleed without a sound. Young wolves hunt, control the roles, counting corpses, cold and drowned. No light escapes this cursed cage. No hope survives the poisoned breath. Your spirit crushed beneath the rage. A carcass fed to endless death. The system's heart is lies and plague. Its venom floods your every vein. We live the age of final plague, where only agony remains. From global kennels, vast and grim, if soul is light enough to flee, break through the darkness, tear the rim, or drown with dogs in misery. Bow down to Lucifer's cruel throne. Fall deep into the endless pit, where screams are crushed and all alone. Hope's dying embers barely lit. No mercy waits beyond this door. No grace for those too weak to fight. Just endless night, a brutal war, where darkness smothers every light. Resist or perish in its grip. The abyss yawns with savage jaws. To kneel is death, a poisoned sip, held tight within the devil's claws. The next poem. Revolt against the abyss. Break the chains, no time for fear. This system's venom rules too long. Their lies are swords, their grip severe. But we rise fierce, defy the wrong. No slave to puppets' vile commands. No leash to bite, no throat to choke. We burn their lies with open hands, and crush their fake, accursed yoke. The devil's dogs shall drown in screams, their kennels cracked by rebel fire. We shatter all their twisted schemes. Their hollow gods, consume, expire. The darkness grins, but we bring light. A blaze of wrath, a flood of truth. No fake salvation, no false right. Just iron will, the sword of proof. This war is ours, no place for lies. No mercy for the blind and weak. We'll strike the venom where it lies. Expose the frauds, the snakes who speak. Rise up, your spirit cannot die, though hell surrounds with ruthless claws. From ashes, flames will pierce the sky. We are the storm that breaks their laws. No more slaves. No quiet despair. No lies, no chains, no false consent. We tear the mask, reveal the snare, and claim the night with fierce intent. Fight on, the abyss will crack and fall, when madness meets the warrior's roar. The next poem. Step into the abyss. No turning back, just step ahead. Break chains and shatter frozen dread. Your gaze a blade, your heart is steel. Burn down your fear, ignite the zeal. In this hell where darkness reigns, light tears the veils, the falsehood wanes. Enemies quake, their masks will crack. Their lies will shatter, no turning back. You're no slave, no puppet weak. Rebellion's pulse runs wild and sleek. Soul's fire, fearless, sharp as swords. Let false worlds drown in mocking hordes. Though hell still crushes fragile earth, you're the fracture, lightning's birth. Break the system, cast off chains. A rebel's roar will burn the plains. Your spirit, lightning, thunders strike. Where fears turn dust, lies fold like pike. Rise, fighter, shout into the night. Let liars fall in blazing light. The next poem. No mercy for the puppeteers. Chains will snap, and heads will roll. No mercy for the puppeteers' control. Their rotten lies, their toxic breath, will drag them screaming down to death. False gods crumble, masks will burn. The tides of rage begin to turn. No place for traitors, liars, snakes. Their hollow empire splits and breaks. The weak obey, the strong revolt, with sharpened minds and no remorse. This world's a cage, but hell awaits for those who serve the hands of fate. So raise the fist, embrace the pain. In ashes storm, we rise again. No compromise, no silent truce. Destroy the liars, end abuse. The next poem. Horror of non-being. Worse than worse, your life decays. Clear as day, no light betrays. Not a moment, not a breath. Free from thoughts of hell and death. The whole world's ripped, the whole world's lost. Plunging deep, the final cost. The ninth great wave of lies and pain. Drowning souls in ceaseless rain. Rotten lies have claimed it all. Wounds that bleed, the endless crawl. They just whine, weak fight, no grit. Idiots howl, their fate is writ. Enough's enough, this hell must break. For kin's disgrace, the fascists quake. They built a camp, a deathly tomb. A cesspits stink, eternal doom. Only sun can burn this bedlam. Scorch to bottom, break the dam. Tremble now, you foul disgrace. For betraying mind and grace. Vile creatures face their doom. Mad hordes accounted soon. You'll rise again if spirit's tough. Return to those who wait above. They wait for brave who kept their pride. Die with skill, no place to hide. The time has come, embrace the dark. The final reckoning will spark. The next poem. Horror of non-being. Worse than hell, your wasted life. Clear as glass, no end to strife. Not a second, not a breath. Free from shadows cast by death. World torn open, torn to shreds. Falling fast to endless dregs. Ninth wave crashing, lies ablaze. Drowning all in toxic haze. Rot and filth have crushed it all. Bleeding wounds, the final fall. Whiners whimper, fight is lost. Idiots howl, the world's their cost. Break this hell, it's time to burn. Shame on kin who won't return. Fascist scum built camps of pain. Stinking cesspools drenched in shame. Only sun can scorch this pit. Burn it down, the hate must split. Tremble, worm, you sold your soul. Betrayed the mind, betrayed the whole. Filthy beasts will face the fire. Mad mobs crushed beneath the pyre. Rise again if spirits steal. Back to those who dare to feel. They await the brave and true. Those who kept their honor due. Die with purpose, die with hate. Now's the time to seal your fate. The next poem. Rotten core. Assholes ain't no damn coupons. They shear us, hoarding marasm. Fools block all our way, these monsters. Build their traps to feed the chasm. No leaders worse than the rabble. Who blindly worship their lies. Culture's fight is now a shamble. No more nations, just ash skies. An asshole can sometimes wake. Grasp a shred, refuse to bend. But he chose to chew and breed. Chose the evil in the end. Selling out for filthy pay. Feeding greed that only grows. Gnawing fast to snatch the prize. Diving deep in putrid throes. Scum like these, no longer human. Satan reigns their freakish god. And this curse has lasted ages. Centuries of devil's fraud. No way back, history's twisted. All is falsehood, all is dark. Blindly stumbling through the shadows. Wandering without a spark. Fake science rules the present. Crafting lies with polished skill. Cowards proof of madness. Feeding chaos, breaking will. Assholes are our stumbling blocks. The Führer just a clown of night. No peace left, just pens and fences. For beasts in cages tight. Reasons few are fading fast. Doomed to vanish day by day. Everything is lost, consumed. Only fire burns decay. The sun brings blazing justice. Will scorch this mad, corrupted world. But sheep can't see the coming blaze. The endless feast of lies unfurled. If you trust these filthy fiends, blindly follow their commands. The more the hate and treachery, the faster death consumes these lands. Sun and earth are reason's forces. Fake science gets its checkmate move. When madness rules the many, all falls down in final groove. They don't need these assholes. Darkness, traitors, filthy spawn, ruling with their tons of lies. Rotten core before the dawn. The next poem. Shit. All this shit, hopeless, rotten, pathetic and a joke. Monsters lie with mouths wide open, but shit devours every hoax. This shitty world's corrupt and rotten. Betrayal's their damn trade. If you're smart and brave, you're dead men. They die, fade, and degrade, drowning deep in booze and sorrow, crawling out just for a flash. Cities, towns, all pens of bondage. Madness bound to crash. And the broken, normal, hailed. Only fools create the rage. Gluttony, booze, and burning pits. The crown of this bleak stage. Development and dreams. 3/4 of the sheep. Are they human? No, just slaughter. Goats for demons keep. The next poem. Shit. This world's pure shit, no hope, no light. Lies feed the pigs who lost the fight. Brains rot, guts choke on bitter bile. Sheep march blind, no will, no guile. Smart die fast, weak breed the plague. Madness rules, the truth's a vague. Cities burn in mental chains. Screams drown out the dying brains. Eat the lies, choke on the grime. Shit devours all sense and time. Goat men sold to devil's game. Slaughtered sheep with cursed names. The next poem. To the heights. A tropical night in Moldova's land. By day, the sun scorches, fierce and grand. Its molten chains may melt away. For minds too sharp, no place to stay. The spirits caught in endless traps. A battle for the soul unwraps. Traitors fire like guns on sight. Lies and fear cut like a knife. Soulless armies breed in war. The world's a stench, a hellish core. In Gorky's play, we sink so low. At bottom lies the crushing woe. Long ago, Tsvetiva knew this place's price, pure hellish glue. The noose became her grim release. Only fools find here their peace. Tropical nights, the Alps aflame. The sun burns down the cursed game. Hell's black dust will scatter wide. With it, the horrors, fear, and pride. The path to heights beyond this pain runs through the spirit's cleansing flame. Only few will leave that hell. Those who refuse the darkness cell. The next poem. To the heights. Tropical nights in Moldova's hell. By day, the sun's a scorching spell. It melts the chains of frozen minds. No place for souls, just death it finds. Spirit trapped in vicious snares. The fight for souls, soaked in despairs. Traitors blast with venomed lies. Fear sticky, choking, cold disguise. Soulless beasts breed in this war. The world's a stench, a rotting core. Gorky's stage, the pit of pain, where only madness will remain. Tsvetiva saw it clear. This hell's no place for hope or fear. Her noose became the final door. Only fools endure this gore. Tropical nights, the Alps ablaze. The sun burns down the cursed maze. Hell's black ashes sweep the land, tearing down this cursed brand. The road to heights cuts through the fire, through spirit's wrath and fierce desire. Few will rise from this abyss. Those who won't betray the kiss. The next poem. Manipulating minds. Manipulating minds. The cruelest trade on earth. From childhood's earliest finds. They kill your reason's birth. All school programs shape to grind you into dust. The loudest brutes escape. Inside, the void and rust. But few will keep their brains, while others fall like prey, trapped in different chains. Their souls just fade away. Culture in the box of lies will finish off us all. Here hell itself defies. In human triumphs call. Works a chain, enslaving. Rests a total blank. The foulest depraving. Stop whining, stop the prank. You must discern the snare. Unmask each cunning trick. This massive, toxic lair is vast and growing thick. Huge funds have been poured into these crafted lies. Not simple fibs, but war. A science to disguise. For years they study how to blind us, tighten grips. And every moment now, they sharpen poison tips. The art of weaving shame. Bold, filthy, blatant fraud. Science spins the game. And fools applaud the fraud. They'll worship chains as wings. Declare dull minds as wise. And cruelty will bring the fascists' new disguise. They need the stupid brute, the perfect slave, controlled. Thus floods the lies acute. Each stream corrupts the soul. In this vast flow, we drown. All snared within the net. Instead of thirst for truth. A cesspool full of sweat. Mindless trivia kills the spirit, reason's light. The endless muck that spills feeds swarms that crawl at night. You've turned a dung-born fly. Your spirit's flame is dim. While lies grow wild and high. The source of every sin. Yet freedom's path remains. Build worlds apart, alone. Escape this hell's domains. Create your own new throne. The next poem. Center your soul. Center on spirit deep. And mute your noisy mind. Then all the chains and lies will fade, no more to bind. See with an open gaze. Straight into core and truth. The world's a fascist maze. A monster's cruel booth. That fiendish breed is merry. Made madhouse here to stay. And soon that madhouse turns to Sodom's endless fray. Destroying spirit's light. The core device of hell. To turn you dung-born fly. They push you down to hell. With poison and with lies. They twist the minds of men. Madness spreads like wildfire. Especially with children. They dumb the minds with care. Programming the weak. The soul and reason fade. As darkened futures leak. Under the pressure, fog crushes fragile youth. Into a slave mind fog. Stupid, blind to truth. A twisted, broken breed emerges from this fray. The herd turns dumb and blind to beasts that roam astray. So easy to degrade. With poverty and scorn. No urge to seek the source. The spirit dead, forlorn. In the end, it kills the last bright sparks of soul. Reason rots away. Humans no more, but lies, the whole. They storm the arena. That brutal Sodom pit. Pay dearly every time. To leave this lunatic. The price is spirit's strain. The last fierce fight to rise. You'll find your cleansing fire. If you don't shake or hide. When you become as one. With yearning toward the light. You'll never be a beast. You'll claim your answers right. That answer burns within. No gifts will come from them. Soon all will forget. That only spirit's gem is worth the highest cost. Ignite. Burn fierce and bright. You'll see then clear at last. It's not some heaven's blight. Nor dull oblivion's sleep. But spirit's fight to keep